$6.99. Celebrating 20 years.
Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, October 12th, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORIONNWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got an amazing Big Ten matchup. Number 2, Ohio State versus number 3, Oregon. Kickoff is going to be here in just a couple minutes. I am very excited. I'm a little nervous. Again, anytime Oregon ends up playing a big game against a very good opponent, most of the time we end up losing. But we have a chance here being in Autzen. And a few years ago, we didn't have Kayvon Thibodeau, and everyone in the country said that we were going to lose, and we were going to lose by a lot. And we went into the shoe, and we ended up beating Ohio State a couple years ago. So it's not over until the fat lady sings. So we'll see where it goes. Ohio State, you could say, is the better team. I would agree to that. But you never know what might happen in Autzen. The magic is there. There's a lot of celebrities there. The energy is going to be lit. And again, I wish I was there, to be honest, there in Autzen. This is probably the biggest game at Autzen Stadium possibly ever. It's the first time that we've had a top 5 matchup with 2 different teams, Ohio State number 2, Oregon number 3, and whoever wins this game is more than likely going to be the number 1 team in the country. And we know Texas ended up winning the Red River Shootout against Oklahoma, but Oklahoma isn't very good. So even though they had a decent record, they're not on the same level as Texas. So we'll see what happens here. But, if a number 2 beats a 3, they should be able to surpass Texas. And if number 3 beats number 2, you best believe we're going to be number 1 in the country. Let's go, baby. I am ready. Let's go. And I haven't been this excited for a game, probably, I would say, with the 2 Husky games against the Ducks last year. So, and we know we have a chance to lose, but we also have, something to gain. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Let's shoot for 20 likes within the first hour, 30 to 50 overall, and obviously 100 in the donos on every single stream. Let's go, baby. And on the thumb, on the left, Ohio State's Will Howard. And on the right, the Oregon Ducks, Dylan Gabriel. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Matt in the building, what's good? Jacob in the building, what's good? Daniel in the building, what's good? Let's go. The energy in the building is electric. The jerseys are amazing. And again, we're out for blood. We already know that, 64% of the globe thinks Ohio State's going to win, and they're going to win big. So we have to make sure that, we bring our A-plus ball, our A-plus effort. Hopefully we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. The O-line and the D-line have to step up. And Dylan Gabriel cannot be throwing interceptions in the end zone like he did last week twice. So we need to run the football and obviously, set the tempo. And obviously we got to play some amazing defense here tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's get it, baby. Hell yeah. 5-0 Ohio State, 5-0 Oregon Ducks. Let's get it, baby. And we're only 1 sub away for 20,600. So if I had to put money on it, I would have to guarantee we're going to get to that number today. And hopefully we end up getting a few subs. We're only 1 sub away from 20,600. Maybe we'll get 5, 10, maybe 15 or 20 today, depending on who ends up showing up. Let's go, baby. Odin Son in the building. What's good? Daniel in the building. What's good? Jacob in the building. Hey, congratulations on the Guardians win. It took Scooball to have finally a bad game. You hit a grand salami off of him, and what happened? You're going to end up playing the Yankees in the ALCS, and we got the Mets and the Dodgers in the NLCS. That's got to be super exciting for anyone that's a Cleveland Guardian fan, so congratulations to that. I honestly didn't think you guys were going to win that game, even though you were at home. Scooball has been lights out, and every once in a while, Scooball will get fucked up, and I didn't think it was going to happen. He's been lights out for a long, long time, and you did it. You ended up, beating him up. And obviously that is not something that you're going to see Scooball do, being the best pitcher in baseball, but you guys did it. Congratulations. And you actually have a chance against the Yankees. I'm not sure if the Mets have a chance necessarily against the Dodgers, but if you are the 4 final teams left, hell, the Guardians and the Mets have a shot to dethrone the Yankees and the Dodgers. Now, obviously, if we get Dodgers and Yankees, that's going to be Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. That's going to be the most popular World Series and get the highest ratings. If we get Mets Guardians, it's not going to be as highly rated, but still, to our hardcore fans, we're going to tune in. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. And we got games, obviously, starting with that very, very shortly. Let's go, baby. And we got Matt with a good stat here. Ryan Day, 1-6 against top 5 teams. 2019 Clemson, 2020 Alabama, 2021, 2022, 2023 Michigan, and 2022 Georgia. And Dan Lanning, 0 for 2, 2022 Georgia and 2023 Washington. So both coaches, obviously not a great record going against top 5 teams. But again, usually the SEC is king, but we feel like the Big Ten is coming. And especially if Oregon can kind of solidify itself as being the top dog or being number 2 behind Ohio State, with Michigan, with Penn State, and then maybe one day, having a few other teams join the party, maybe an Iowa, maybe a USC, maybe a Washington Huskies down the road. Again, we know they have Alabama, but they're not really as good as years past with no Nick Saban. Obviously, losing to Vanderbilt is a big loss for them. Georgia seems like they have some weaknesses as well, losing to Alabama this year. So could we actually get the national champion from the Big Ten this year? It is very, very possible. Sarah in the building, what's good? I saw that. I ended up watching that game this morning for 2 unranked teams to go at each other that way. But it shows you, the Huskies ended up losing too much to the NFL, and you guys were at home, so you should have won that. But I will give you this. You ended up winning the game by a lot more than anybody anticipated, so congratulations on that. But again, being at home, that's something that you should be able to get done. And it's not like Washington is ranked in the top 5 or top 10, but I'll still give you that. That was a big win at home, even though both of you guys are not ranked here at the moment. Let's go, baby. All right, the Globe is giving us 36% chance to win, 64% for Ohio State, and I would say that's a fair percentage. We're definitely going to be the underdogs, even though we're at home, but I am very, very excited to see what we bring here today. All right, we're deferring. And obviously we got Ryan Day and Chip Kelly on one side, Dan Lanning on the other. Let's go. Awesome. 200th win of the career. Great job. Atticus Sappington. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We're all in black today, baby. That's why I got the bandana going. Let's go. Oh! All right, touchback, baby. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 1 sub away from 20,600. We're definitely going to hit that number here today. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Let's get those numbers up. Will Howard. And I don't think anyone is fearing Will Howard, just like nobody fears Dylan Gabriel. We feel like these guys are pretty good, but they're not the best players on the team overall. They definitely are, one of the top players, but not the top player, on each team, in my opinion. Shotgun set. Howard, plenty of time. Tipped. Oh, could you imagine if we would have got a pick right there on the first play, how huge that would have been? Oh, my. Zay in the building. What's good? And it's kind of, unsettling for me because even though we're ranked number 3, this is one of the weaker, number 3 ranked teams in Oregon's history. If you go back and look at the teams that we had with like Bo Nix or Marcus Mariota, this team isn't on the same depth level as far as like superstar players at the skill position, like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. It's not what I'm used to. Offensive line, not what I'm used to. Now defense, it's much better than it has been in the past. But we're sacrificing a lot of the defensive guys, obviously, for the offensive top-tier talent. So we'll see what happens here. We're definitely going to have to vibe off the Autzen crowd, and there are a lot of people packed into that stadium. We're probably going to break the decibel record here tonight. First down and 10. Floater, incomplete. And we obviously know Michigan isn't the same Michigan team as last year. And you can say that for Washington as well. You lose too many NFL players or you lose your head coach, to another team, obviously, or retirement. You're not going to be the same with recruiting. And that obviously plays into the hands of teams like this, Ohio State and Oregon, where we're trying to take advantage of Georgia and Bama and Michigan and Washington maybe not being as good as traditionally. Handoff up the middle. Short gain. Third down and long. Yes, congratulations on that. For not only for you, Zay, but also for Jacob as well. You guys are both Guardian fans, and that was amazing. I never thought Scooball would get roughed up like that. And when you hit a grand salami off Scooball, you know you're going to win. That was huge. Shotgun set, 3rd down and 7. Let's get off the field. Tackle him, wrap him up. Yes, there we go. And if that was Oregon in the past, that's a weak-ass tackle, a weak-ass arm tackle, and maybe he's gone or he gets another 20 yards after that play. Nice job. And again, when you got guys like Jabbar Muhammad and a few others, you need every single one of those players to step up. 4th down and 1. What will Ryan Day and Chip Kelly do? Probably go for it. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. We're 1 sub away from 20,600. Let's get to that number, baby. Howard with the keeper. First down, Buckeyes. Move the chains. Jeremiah Smith, ridiculous. I mean, Ohio State's got much better players on offense than Oregon. There's no doubt about that. Howard? Did he catch that? Oh, my. I thought we had a pick right there. Let's watch a replay. Did he come down with it? It looks like he had control, and then the ball got loose after. Oh, he doesn't have control. He doesn't have control. That's loose. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, where's the replay? Whoa. He did not have control. That ball was moving all around, and they obviously should have replayed and reviewed this. Look at this. It's bouncing. Look at it. He has no control. That might have been an interception by the Ducks. Come on, man. Review that play. At least review it, and then if you want to give us a bullshit call and give it to Ohio State, but I think we got robbed right there. They obviously did that hurry up on purpose, and that was an interception by Oregon, 100%. He did not control that football. That was bobbling. Come on. 2nd down and 7. Howard, little screen pass. Turn around. My God, what is Oregon doing right there? Looking in the wrong direction. Wake up. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Zay, is that how you guys are going to win? You guys are going to cheat to win? Is that what's going to happen here? I mean, we already know how hard it is to be able to compete with you guys. All right. We only have a 36% chance to win at home. And that's about the same percentage that we had when we were going to go to the shoe with no Kayvon Thibodeau, and we won, even though no one gave us a shot. But that play should have been reviewed. And if something like that happened for Oregon, I would want the same thing to happen. I want to make sure we get every play correct. First and goal. Howard with the keeper. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Wow. Unbelievable. We should have got an interception on that play. Unbelievable. We'll still bounce back, but I just want the plays to be correct, especially if it's like a 50-50 where you can't really tell. Like, he goes up for the catch, he's bobbling it the whole way, and then obviously at the end, Oregon has the ball. So, you either have to call that incomplete or an interception, not a completion for Ohio State. That's terrible. I mean, out of all the plays that I've seen in college football so far, that's one of the worst. That is clearly an interception, like 100%, not even close. I mean, the ball never hits the ground, so you can't call it incomplete if you're watching the replay. Either you're going to call it a catch or you're going to call it an interception, and they definitely got that call wrong. Unbelievable. But again, we got to, fight the adversity and whatnot, so... Man, I just don't want to lose that way, especially if the game ends up being close, We don't want that to be the deciding play that's going to give Ohio State the victory, because if you really look at their team, they don't really look as strong as previous Ohio State teams, and Oregon isn't as strong as their previous Oregon Duck team. So I feel like, when you watch the landscape of college football, look at Georgia and Bama. And like Michigan, with guys like Nick Saban and Harbaugh, I feel like college football in general is kind of on a down year. Like, normally we're seeing dominance, from Georgia. They're not losing early, and not to Alabama. And then normally you're not seeing Alabama necessarily beat Georgia, but if you do, you can't lose to Vanderbilt the next week. So I really feel like where the state of college football is at, we have a lot of good teams, but I don't really think there's anybody that's truly dominant. Even Texas at number 1 is beatable, whether it's Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning. Like, I don't really feel that we have like 1 or 2 dominant teams that are just going to take care of everyone that they play. I really feel that this year might be the first year where, we don't really know who's going to win the Natty. There's not going to necessarily be a favorite. Even if Texas is the number 1 team, I think a lot of people would pick Ohio State over Texas if they both played in the Natty. It's going to be kind of split. So, based on who your allegiance is to, either the SEC, an old Big 12 fan, with Texas and Oklahoma previously being in that conference, or maybe someone in the Big 10. But, man, unbelievable. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. And again, we only need 1 sub to get to 20,600. Let's get there. 3 more likes to get to 10. Let's try to get to 20 in the first hour. Let's go. Now we're at 8. 12 more to get to 10. 2 more to get to 10. 12 more to get to 20. Let's go. Of course. Bullshit. Oregon has the interception, baby. Plain and simple. Yeah, everyone's going to say it's an interception. Even Ohio State fans know that was a fucking interception. Unless you're just being an asshole and being drunk and you're just wanting to argue, But again, if Oregon had that same exact play, I would say right now, yeah, that's an interception. That's a bullshit call. Again, you want to make sure you get the calls correct, regardless of what team makes the big play. There's plenty of time to make big plays. You got 4 quarters, All right, come on, Oregon, our turn. And that's going to be the play that they're going to be talking about probably all year if especially if we end up losing this game by a couple, going back to that bullshit interception no call. And why not review it? At least review it, and then if you want to be a bastard and say, "Oh, Ohio State caught it," and just lie to us, at least review it and give us the lie instead of just not doing anything and having them run a hurry up play and leaving it just like that. Bullshit. And I usually, I don't get like that very often, but that was very clear. Little short game. I'm not biased whatsoever. Again, it's like, anytime you end up trying to cheer for something that is bullshit, sports karma has a way to come back at you. Little screen pass. Evan Stewart with the short game. I like the Oregon uniforms. Very clean. I would buy that. I like the combination with the gray, the black, and obviously the green apple. Very fire. I seen they had a screen print version that looked like shit, not even close to what a sewn jersey. But if they make this in a sewn, I definitely will buy. And I haven't bought a black jersey since this one with the DeAnthony Thomas. So 3rd down and 1. There we go. You can use your Tim Tebow body, baby. And that's one thing that we're, probably happy that we got a Dylan Gabriel because, running a QB sneak is going to be a little bit easier with him than maybe Bo Nix. Obviously Bo is going to be more quick with like the bootleg and whatnot. But if we're just talking about going straight ahead, getting 1 yard or a half yard, Gabriel's our guy. Man in motion, 1st down and 10. Blitz. Gabriel tipped and complete. Yeah, I'll turn that on as well. They're going against the Wild. And hopefully we can get back on track. Scored 2 goals right out of the gate and then gave up 3 with Grubauer in like 5 minutes. I think Joey DeCord should be the starter. They gave him an extension, but if we had DeCord, I highly doubt that he would have given up 3 goals back to back to back in 5 minutes, and then we ended up losing 3-2. And I know both guys are going to have good games and bad games. Little short gain for Oregon. Gets a yard there. But again, we'll see how they develop this year between Grubauer and Joey DeCord. So college football this year, I'm telling you, it's the year of the upset. A lot of teams are not very good this year. I feel like everyone is kind of, chasing for the playoff, but I just don't really think there's one dominant team that we're normally used to or two. Normally it's Georgia or Bama, and then Ohio State is 3rd, right? Or maybe Michigan is up there like they were last year. But this year, there is no clear, this team is going to go all the way. Because, again, Texas is good, regardless if it's Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning. But I guarantee Georgia, Bama, and Ohio State, they're like, fuck them. We can beat them. They know that they're good, but they're not scared of them. And I feel that's kind of the common ground that we're at right now. I feel that there's a lot of really good teams, but not like a dominant team that's going to run away from everyone else in college football this year. It's probably the first time that we've seen it like this in a long time. And Oregon punts, and hopefully we don't get screwed on another interception call and they end up giving them a completion. At least review the play, review it. Give us a chance, to be able to, gain some momentum on a play that we actually made. And the crazy thing was too, on top of that, it's not like he had the hands on the ball and actually had the catch, and then at the last second the Oregon Duck player had the football. The ball was bouncing around the whole time. He never had control. Then Oregon got the ball. I mean, if there was clearly a play that needed to be reviewed, it was that one right there. But again, I guess this is why we have college football and we don't have NFL refs out there. But unbelievable, man. Well, the Big Ten and obviously the teams, you got to think, if you ended up losing players in the NFL, we were the best conference top to bottom last year. But, a lot of the teams, USC, Oregon, and Washington, we lost a lot. And it usually takes us 2, 3, 4 years to build up a team to be good. And then if we lose those guys in the NFL, it's going to take another 2, 3, 4 years to build the team back up again. And sometimes even longer for other schools, depending on the recruiting and whatnot. So, we understand the Big Ten is physical, But again, also too, you have to recognize who ended up going to the NFL and who's not there anymore. It's not like our teams in the Pac-12 are going to be, winning 10, 11, 12 games every single year. We don't have that kind of consistency like in Ohio State or Georgia or Bama based off recruiting. Now, Oregon is trying to get there, and we've been doing pretty good in the last couple years, but I definitely wouldn't say that we're in that Georgia, Bama, Ohio State category yet. We're getting close, to being able to be on their level, but, it looks like at this point, maybe Oregon is the only Big Ten team that came over from the four between the Bruins, the Trojans, the Huskies, and obviously us. We have the most talent, obviously the best recruiting, and we look like really the only team that might be able to hang in the Big Ten against all the other schools, regardless if it's, against USC, against Washington, against the UCLA Bruins, and also going against teams like Wisconsin and Iowa, Penn State, Michigan, and obviously the cream of the crop, Ohio State. But don't you agree, Sarah, that even though Texas is number one right now, they had to wait for Georgia and Bama to lose? But, do they really look to you, and I've watched every game from beginning to end of Texas, do they really look that much better than Georgia, Bama, or Ohio State? I don't think so. I think if you match those teams up in the playoff, it could go either way. I could see Texas winning against Ohio State. I could see Ohio State beating Texas. I don't think it's clear cut, Texas is the best team just because they're number one right now. They could go down just like Georgia and Bama did. So, and Ohio State could get number one and end up dropping a game to maybe a middle of the tier team in the Big Ten. Who knows? The season is still a long ways away from being over. Handoff, bouncing it to the outside. First down, Buckeyes. Yeah, but they beat Georgia. So obviously if Bama isn't good, then they wouldn't have been able to beat them. So you have to be able to look at that. Yeah, they've lost a couple, they lost obviously against Vanderbilt, right? But you beat Georgia in the big game. They played up to the competition, and then they played down to the competition against Vanderbilt. So yeah, they might not be as good, but they don't have fucking Nick Saban. They got DeBoer, it's a brand new coach. They don't got the same recruiting. You think a lot of those guys stayed there, after fucking Saban left? Fuck no. Little bootleg, floater, Howard, incomplete. Part of it is scheme, part of it is coaching, and also the overall talent, and the vibe of the school. But if Alabama was completely trash, they wouldn't have been able to beat Georgia at all. So, obviously when they're on, they can still compete like a top 5 team. But obviously since then, they've looked pretty shitty. 7-0 Buckeyes. Handoff. There we go. Nice tackle. There we go, baby. Good tackle. But also, too, I feel like there's a lot of teams that are going to get wins, off the quote-unquote the top 10. I don't really feel like this season in college football. Look at Oregon got the ball again. Look at that. Oregon gets the fumble, and then they don't even give it to us 2 times in a row. Can we get a call, please? We already had 1 interception. Now we end up wrestling a football away that should be ours, and we don't get that either, huh? I see how this game is going. Give us the ball, damn it. And you could argue, Oregon's, defense is just as good as Ohio State's, maybe better. That's the one thing that we're actually good at this year. Let's go. Our ball, baby. Finally, a little karma, right, for that fucking interception. But it's not like that we were going to score off that interception deep in our own territory. We probably would have got a couple first downs and punted, but just the simple fact of being able to pick off Howard and make him feel a little uneasy right out of the gates would have been great. But he knows that that was a pick, Howard. And let's wrestle that football away, baby. And the only way we're going to win this game is if we can dominate the O-line and obviously dominate on the defensive side of the ball. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's get a score, Matt. Let's go. Like I said, Texas, Ohio State, Bama, Georgia, including Oregon. Nobody really looks that good this year. I'm used to seeing teams just ramp it up and just dominate from beginning to end. And again, it's going to be really exciting once we get to the college football playoff, because we might end up having a natty champion that is a little unexpected. It might be the first time where it may not be, the number 1 team or the number 2 team. It might end up being like a number 3 or number 4, that ends up getting hot at the right time and has less injuries as the other teams, and they end up making a big run. So, I like the college football playoff, but it definitely feels like the natty is up for grabs for the very first time this year. Let's go, baby. I need 3 more likes to get to 10. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. 2 more to get to 10. Let's get there, baby. And hopefully we'll get, obviously a little bit of help with the algorithm and whatnot, because I assume I'm the only one that's streaming this game. So as the game goes along, hopefully we'll end up getting a nice boost in the room, and we can end up getting some good numbers, because what else is better than this game right now? I mean, I don't care if you're not a Buckeye fan or not a Duck fan. It's number 2 versus number 3. This is the best game of the year up to this point, besides Georgia and Bama, which I watched in entirety as well. And I know a lot of y'all did in the room also. This is not something, there's not going to be a game better than this that's on right now. That's facts. Thank you, Zay. Appreciate it. Let's go.
Get one free on one of our best-selling brands, Nokia tires. Now to October 31st.
I think that's a good sound of saving money.
This vehicle isn't just for urban transportation. It's a reflection of the adventurous spirit that lives in the heart of the United Kingdom, where legends are born and traditions rise. Comes a true off-road chapter of the demanding terrain of the Pacific Northwest. Josh Weatherby, born in the UK, moving from the Northwest, do everything in Gran Turismo. Eugene, the call was from the final stand. I said, what a play by Derek Harmon. This is the
Harmon, man, never giving up. I mean, if we would have got screwed on that play also, fuck, man. Like, how many times do we have to get screwed? But it's very clear our defense is definitely more on point today than even the Buckeyes. And that might be the first time that I've ever been able to say that in my life, that our defense might be better than theirs. And again, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Hand off, bounce it to the outside, block for him. Go, go, go. Hell yeah. Let's go. First down, Ducks, move the chains. Fuck yeah, let's go. Touchdown, Oregon, let's go. Boom. Let's go, baby. We got to think both of these teams have a lot of athletes. There's a reason why that both of these teams are in the top 3. Let's go, baby. Jordan James, run for 3 yards. Touchdown, Oregon. Fuck yeah. Take that, baby. Take that. Boom. Fuck yeah. Let's go. We got a chance, man. I'm telling you. That the Autzen crowd is gonna, be a factor in this game. And again, if we can win in the shoe with our best player not playing a couple years ago in Kayvon Thibodeau, why the hell can we not win here today? We can. We're gonna play up to the competition, not play down. And it's not like Will Howard is that great. It's not like we're going against like Justin Fields or something like that. Like Howard is average. He's not really that good, And I'm not really a big fan of Dylan Gabriel myself, but if I had to choose one or the other, give me Gabriel over Howard. I don't think Howard really is that good. Now, if they had a better quarterback, that would probably suit them better. They got running backs. They got amazing wide receivers, right? Offensive line. Shit. And then intercepted. Oh, God. Don't let him go all the way. Oh, God. Tackle him. There you go. Come on. We got to be able to get that snap. Unbelievable. Fucking botch the snap. We never botch the snap, but this is a big game. And again, little things like that, are going to end up being a factor. I don't know how many field goal attempts that we're going to have, but we better get a better exchange from the center to the holder, because that was fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. And if that guy, if he can't end up catching the snap in that, pressure situation, that motherfucker needs to go to the bench, and we need to get someone else to be obviously the placeholder, because that is unexcusable. But I do like the touchdown there by James, and we have a 7-6 game. Well, it's just natural instinct, dude. I mean, this is what happens when a play like that happens. You just try to go for just say, hey, let me throw it up there and see what happens, And again, NFL players do it, high school players do it, college players do it, and you don't realize until you're in that moment yourself, where, oh, fuck, what do I do? And it's not your natural instinct is to go down and have them fucking hit you. You're trying to at least get the 2-point conversion to go. So I don't really have a problem with him trying to do a Magic Johnson hook shot, but I just wish that we had someone close so there was at least an attempt. But I mean, everything was fucked right there from the very beginning. Shitty snap, shitty hold, and then a bad decision trying to be Magic Johnson there. But at least they didn't run it back for 2. So at least we hustled back to tackle. So I'm okay with it. I don't like missing out on an extra point, especially if we end up losing this game by 1, 2, or 3, and that ends up coming back to bite us. But again, we did get screwed on that, interception, no call. So, and we were able to, fire back. So, I mean, usually that's who it is the backup quarterback. And obviously that's usually the smart way to go about it. So that way, if you have a trick play ready, right, then Dante Moore has the ball, and then he actually can make a throw better than a bullshit Magic Johnson hook shot attempt by obviously that placeholder. All right, 1st down and 10, Ohio State, your turn. Playing well? They're playing better than well. We already have an interception and a fumble, a rip out. You got to say on a scale of 1 to 10, Oregon's defense is playing like a 10 right now. Not well. We're playing great on defense. Let's be real. I mean, we've seen this Oregon Duck defense be shitty before. I've never seen an Oregon Duck defense in my life since the 80s be good, besides this team right here. This is the best defense that we've ever had. They're playing great. We just got to have the offense match the defense. There we go. There we go. I mean, we're not known as a defensive team. We've never been good at defense, ever. Not in the Rich Brooks era, not in the Mike Bellotti era, not in the Chip Kelly era, definitely not in the fucking Helfrich era or any other era after that with Cristobal, Willie Taggart. We've always been shitty at defense. We've always had a few guys that have been able to stand out, but normally not a collective unit of beast mode players like we do this year. Nice little false start there. I love that. Come on, baby. Autzen is not an easy place to play. And again, Ohio State, they'll realize that. Any team that comes here, that has never played here before, you will realize what it's like to play here. We got just as good of an environment as all of the big boys that have 100,000 in their stadiums. Let's go. And it's like the first time ever we actually have like discipline on defense. It's weird. I dreamed for a day like this when I was a little kid. One day that our defense would be better than our offense, or they would both be equally great. And even though the offense still has a way to go, the defense is going to keep us in this game. 3rd down and 11 on the OSU 24. Get his fucking ass. Shotgun set. And that's a false start. That should be on Ohio State. Or either that or a delay a game. We're going to break the decibel record here tonight. For at least our stadium. You know, there we go. Oregon fans making a difference, baby. And how often do you see false starts out of the Buckeyes? Never. Let's be real. If you watch them weekly like I do, and I've been watching them since I was a little kid, always like watching Michigan and Ohio State, regardless of who they play, this is not something that they're used to here with an environment like this. Yeah, you got Penn State, you got Michigan, you know, and you got some stadiums that obviously have over 100,000. But for every one fan over there, we are as loud as two here. You know, we might only have 50, 60,000, but we sound like we have 100, 120,000 in the building. Facts. Shotgun set, screen pass, get his ass. There we go. And they were coached up today to be able to punch the football out, to get those interceptions, to wrestle that football away. And I feel that's something that's been lacking on the, you know, obviously the Oregon Duck team in years past. You have to have the personnel, you have to have the coaching, and you have to have the players step up to make the plays. Here we go. We're making Ohio State look average out there. And, I mean, let's be real. Ohio State is never average. They're always top three with Alabama and Georgia. 4th and 12. Let's go. Makes you kind of wonder if we would have got the pick and scored off that particular drive. Maybe we're up 13-7 right now. Oh, and another flag. Is that a false start or delay a game on Ohio State? I mean, they are getting rattled right now. They are not used to this noise. And I'm telling you, this was going to be an X factor in this game. Because, again, this is probably the biggest game in Autzen ever, like in our team history. This is huge. We've never had a top 5 versus top 5 at Autzen, let alone top 3 versus top 3. This is big. 4th and 17. I do too. Again, like I said, if yes, and I think that if they make these for a purchase, like sewn version, I definitely would buy. You know, I like the black with the gray, and then obviously with the green on the back with the green apple. There we go. Great field position. We should be able to hopefully get at least a field goal on this particular drive. And one thing that is going to be exposed is that Will Howard is average or below average. He's not that good. I'm not big on Dylan Gabriel either, but Dylan Gabriel is a better quarterback than Will Howard. Will Howard is, he's probably, let's be real, he might be the worst Ohio State quarterback in the last few years. I mean, the last couple years, they haven't really had the same type. Now, when they had Justin Fields and some of the more well-known quarterbacks, that's when they were still elite. But if you go back with like McCormick and then now with Will Howard, those guys are ass. They're not that good, you know? And again, if our defense can end up getting pressure, you know, we're going to have a chance today. They're not that good. McCord, Howard, I mean, these are the two worst Ohio State quarterbacks in the last 10, 15 years? So obviously a good advantage for us. And obviously they got good running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, O-line, defense. But again, you got to have at least somewhat of a capable quarterback. And Will Howard, he ain't it. Let's go, baby. Three more likes to 10. Let's get there. Only thing I wish is if we had like Chip Kelly calling the plays for us. You know, if he was on, the Oregon sideline instead of the Buckeye sideline, that would be awesome. But I'm happy for Chip. You know, he's always going to be my favorite coach with him and Mike Bellotti. You know, I respected Rich Brooks and what he did. Bellotti built the program after Rich Brooks, and then Chip got us over the top and was able to get us top-tier talent. And we haven't had a coach as good as Chip Kelly until Dan Lanning. So I thought Mario Cristobal had a chance to be pretty good to build the culture, but he is a culture vulture just like Willie Taggart. And when the alma mater comes a-calling, they end up leaving. So hopefully, you know, Kirby Smart doesn't get fired anytime soon, so that way we can have Dan Lanning here at Oregon for a long, long time. Oh, yeah. Well, if you notice, a lot of the, brother quarterbacks that they had were pretty fucking good. Even like Cardale Jones, if you're looking at some of the brothers that they had, most of the quarterbacks that they had, in the past were much better than obviously what you're seeing now. But the last couple years, if you're going to have, the great white hype and you're going to have a Caucasian quarterback, you better be Arch Manning or Quinn Ewers or you're going to get fucked. And, obviously with Kyle and then now with Will, these last couple quarterbacks for Ohio State, they are average. They're not that good. Still capable of winning games, don't get me wrong, but they don't strike fear in you like Cardale Jones or, some of the others like CJ Stroud, where you're like, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He's going to be good in the NFL. And I don't think anyone said that about Kyle, and no one is definitely saying it about Will. First down and 10, shotgun set. Gabriel, screen pass. Go, baby. Ferg with the catch, short gain. Savage in the building. Go Ducks. Let's go. We got robbed on that interception, but we're playing very good ball right now. Gabriel going long, going deep. Got a man. Woo! First down, Oregon. Our offense is going to be better, and our defense. We're going to have a very good chance to win this game, baby. Let's go. I mean, if Dylan Gabriel can actually throw it past 20 yards, we're going to win this game. Because obviously that's not something that we've been able to see on a consistent basis out of Gabriel, right? He hasn't really been able to throw it deep. And obviously he's made some bad decisions with the 2 interceptions in the end zone last week. I don't think we're going to get that this week. Flag on the play, probably false start on Oregon. But again, if he can sling it like he did right there and go deep, I don't think Ohio State, even with their great personnel on defense, it might be just a little bit too much for them. What kind of snap was that? My God. Both teams having issues with the snap, but Oregon especially. Can we get Jackson Powers Johnson back? Golly. I mean, we can't have, we can't have the center just like dribble it, when we're doing shotgun set. We're going to lose a football that way. Come on now. First down and 15. Let's get half of this yardage back. Man in motion, shotgun set. Handoff right up the middle. There we go. Jordan James, run for 7. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Smash that like button. Help us get to 20 within the first hour. 30 to 50 overall. 100 in the donos, and we're 1 sub away from 20,600. Will it be you? Shotgun set. Ohio State bringing the blitz. Gabriel got plenty of time. Where's the PI? Where's the PI? Unbelievable. Where's the PI? Boo. He's all over him. He even grabbed his helmet. And he's all draped all over and hugging him. Why is Ohio State getting all these bullshit calls? Come on. Clearly a foul. A misdemeanor. A felony. Fuck. You got to be kidding me, acting like he didn't do anything wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Bullshit. You could have called holding. You could have called a face mask. And on top of that, you could have called PI. Nobody there. Incomplete. I don't know what the hell that was. Golly, getting ripped off on the interception, getting ripped off on a fucking pass interference. Can we just get this game called fairly? I mean, are the refs on it on the point spread? They got some fucking bets going on DraftKings. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? That's why there's always going to be speculation on games being fucking rigged when you see clearly shit that should be called and it's not. Fucking Sappington. We don't want him to kick. And he missed it. Motherfuck, man. Bailing out this fucking team. Come on, Oregon. Oregon has gotten screwed more in this first half, in this first quarter, more than any other game that I've seen in probably the last 2 years. Unbelievable. Just let the players play, and if there's a penalty, fucking call it. All right, we need a turnover. Let's go. Well, anytime you end up having a kicker kick from 40 out when you're in, college, there's no guarantee that they're going to make it, regardless. You could be a fucking All-American. 40 and beyond is pretty difficult. For NFL players, they might be able to do it pretty often, but for the college kids, big hit. First down. Buckeyes. Henderson with the big run. Travion, he's a stud. First down. Buckeyes. Move the chains. Fuck, Henderson again. Oh, God. Wow. Well, he's about to score. I mean, it's already going to be hard enough for us to win this game, going against a team like Ohio State. I just want this to be officiated fairly. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if Ohio State wins, no one's going to give them credit, based on all these bullshit calls from the refs. It's not like they earned it. It's like you got bailed out by the refs. And again, we should have ended up still having the football and getting a touchdown on that last drive with that hold and that PI not called. And it's not like, it was a little bit of a hold. I mean, he did literally 3 penalties on one fucking play. He held him, he grabbed the face mask from the back of the helmet, and he fucking, hugged him. And then they didn't call any of the 3. Terrible officiating. Is this what the Big Ten is about? This type of officiating? This is what Pac-12 teams have to look forward to? Joining this fucking conference, this bullshit fucking refereeing, is that what we have to deal with? Let's go back to the Pac-12. Fuck this conference. At least when the Pac-12, officiating, wouldn't be this bad. Terrible. Let's go back to the Pac-12. At least they can call it fairly there with their officials. I didn't realize it was so biased over there. End of the first quarter, 7-6 Buckeyes. Megan in the building. How are you? Good first quarter, but it could have been much better for us. We definitely, we're not getting treated fairly out there, and that's all I want. I don't want any bullshit, plays to go in our favor. I just want the game to be called fairly and let the best team win at the end. But clearly, we're not getting that here today. Oh, of course. Well, you came in here late, so we already talked about that for quite a while. Yeah, but that definitely was an interception, and at least we ended up getting the rip away. But again, we've already gotten ripped off multiple times in that first quarter.
Sweat it out. Class pass discounts on us. Limited time offer. Eligibility terms apply.
Let's go, baby.
Love and shipping. Logistics. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be a transitional period, and again, when you end up losing, certain pieces to the NFL, the Bruins and the Trojans, the Huskies and the Ducks. It's going to be challenging, going into this, Big Ten. And obviously it seems like, the Ducks might be really the only team to kind of hang with Ohio State and kind of at the top. And in the next couple years, hopefully we'll end up getting USC and Washington and the Bruins to follow. But again, it shows that, the conference is tough. We were already used to a pretty tough conference with the Pac-12, but the Big Ten is going to be a little bit more challenging, just like the teams that went from the Big 12, like Oklahoma and Texas, to the SEC. The SEC and the Big Ten are king. So, it's not going to be easy to win games in the conference.
For savings and service, get more with Geico. That overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it. This is
Let's go Kraken.
Ohio State is loaded top to bottom on both sides of the football, and that includes the backfield. Running back duo of Henderson and Jones.
And we should be able to beat the Minnesota Wild. So STL in the building. What's good? All right, I got the Kraken game on. Hopefully, I'm not sure if Gru is in net or if it's Joey Decord, but hopefully when Joey gets a chance to show what he can do, he can play a little bit better than Gru. 2-0 lead, and then we ended up having 3 goals given up back to back to back, and that's unacceptable. And hopefully we can find a way to get into the win column here today. STL in the building. What's good? He said it just woke up from a nap. There's Chip Kelly, my favorite. Good to see him back. Just weird seeing him in an Ohio State hat, though, instead of an Oregon Duck visor, but it is what it is. First and goal, you would assume they're just going to keep handing the ball off with the success they've had with Henderson. Shotgun set, Howard. Howard with the keeper. Good defense there. There we go. We just hit our subtotal count. We're at 20,600, baby. Let's go. Next goal, 20,700. We got 100 subs to go to 20,700. Let's go. And hopefully we'll get a few more here in this particular stream. Let's go, baby. Handoff. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Judkins is a beast. Oh, nice. I wish I had time to play video games, but, I don't. And I don't have a next-gen system, unfortunately. But one day, maybe I will. When Grand Theft Auto comes out, at that point, if I have enough money, that might be the time where I might be able to, make that work. But I would rather get a used truck before I get a video game system, so that way me and Paisley can go on adventures and whatnot. So I think that's a little bit more of a priority for me. But, once I end up getting the vehicle, then down the road, definitely getting a PS5 is on my bucket list. 14-6 Buckeyes. And the Minnesota Wild fucking just scored. Fuck! 1-0 Wild over the Kraken. Who's in fucking net right now? If it's Grubauer, you might have to pull this guy. What the hell is going on here? Who's in net for the... Is it Joey Decord or is it Gru? Maybe it's Decord. I mean, are both our goalies just going to be shitty this year? What the hell is going on? Let me take a peek. What the hell we got going on here today? It is Joey Decord. Fucking A. Grubauer gave up 3. Decord already gives up 1 in the first period. Come on, goalies. It's the Minnesota Wild. Come on. 14-6 Buckeyes. But I will say this, even though, we're going to be, rivals with each other for many, many years, the Ducks and the Buckeyes moving forward, I wouldn't mind seeing the Buckeyes win a championship. I mean, we've seen Georgia and Bama win it over and over and over, and then we had Michigan last year. Like, it's not like I hate Ohio State. I mean, I imagine their fan base hates us because we're coming into their conference, but at least we're going to make the conference stronger with us there. It's not going to be as easy for them to be able to win the Big Ten every year, but I watch Ohio State games every single year since I've been a little kid, and they're very exciting. They got a great fan base. They got great colors. It's kind of similar to a little bit of like, Tampa Bay Bucks. They got a little bit of that gray and that crimson and whatnot. It's slightly different than the Buccaneers and whatnot, but, they got good unis, good history, and they're fun to watch, and they always have good players. Gabriel with the fumbled snap, and Jordan James with the short game. 1-0 Wild, 14-6 Buckeyes. get to 20 likes. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help your boy out. It'll help us get into the algorithm. We're 1 like away from 10. Let's get there. Thank you so much. We're at 10. 10 more to go to hit 20. And we're just about to break the 1 hour mark, so we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. 2nd down and 12. Gabriel going deep. Got a man. Got a man. Let's go. Fuck yeah, baby. Evan Stewart and Dylan Gabriel really hasn't shown. Look at that stop and go. Look at that stop and go. That little hezzy. And look at the run after catch, the yak yards. Look at that. First down, Ducks. Let's go. We're getting a touchdown on this drive, baby. Let's go. I love it. They love to stop the ball to slow our momentum down, but when they get a play, obviously, that ends up being an interception for Oregon, they're very quick to just keep the game going on. Golly, look at these guys. So they want to see if the guy stepped out of bounds, but we get an interception off a bobbled ball, and they immediately just let them run a quick play so that way there's no review. I see how this game is. Big Ten officiating is incredibly biased. Unbelievable. Let's go. Way to kill our momentum right there. You know, obviously we like to be fast-paced like Chip Kelly, and then we have some bullshit here. So you guys can review this to see if we stepped out of bounds, but you can't review a fucking interception in the beginning of the game? Fucking bullshit, man. Sick of these Big Ten refs. I mean, give me a break, dude. You know, like, let us fucking score. Like, you're literally making it, like, impossible for us to catch up and to be able to make this a game. You know, I get it if they have all the money and Vegas has got all kinds of money on the bets and on the money line for Ohio State, but let the game fucking play. Let the players play. Fuck. Ridiculous. I mean, I was excited to join the Big Ten, but I'm not excited if this is what we're going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. You know, this bullshit fucking, refereeing bullshit bias towards the teams that are already originally in the Big Ten. Fuck out of here with that. Trips left, 1st and goal. We're still going to score a touchdown on this drive. So regardless if the refs are against us, we still are going to score here. Field goal at the very worst, you would think, but I don't even want to go for field goals with Atticus Sappington. We need touchdowns. 2nd and goal. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, JT is crazy good. Shotgun set. Gabriel. Floater. Boom! Let's go! Yes, sir! Flag down. Oh, are they gonna call it on Oregon? They're gonna say that he pushed off? Wouldn't surprise me. I didn't understand that the Big Ten officiating has obviously Ohio State there in the payroll. Face mask on the defense. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, baby. What a catch by Evan Stewart. I told y'all we get a fucking touchdown. Let's go. And based on what you've seen up to this point, we look like the better team. You know, Ohio State's getting all the calls with the refs, but our defense has been better. Their running back is better than ours. I'll give them that, right? You know, but again, overall, why are we going for it for 2 right there? Why are we going for it for 2 right there? I get it, to try to tie the game up 14-14, but just take your losses, based on the missed extra point, right? Kick the extra point. Fucking A, dude. Idiot. The play calling, and the decision making on some of these plays up to this point has not been good for Oregon, but at least our players are making plays and we're playing up to the moment. But, having to go against Ohio State and going against the refs, I mean, fucking A, dude. Really? But it's always nice to be able to see like how your team plays against top tier competition. Are you a fugazi fuck? Are you fake? Are you actually like, the real deal Holyfield? Or are you just getting away with playing shitty teams on the schedule? And obviously seeing Oregon match up to Ohio State, we look like we belong, and that's a good thing. We look like we're right there. We're definitely better than Michigan and a lot of the other teams that are in the Big Ten. It's us and Ohio State, but it's not like they look that much better than us. And honestly, if you've watched this game, we look better than them. They just got the refs in the back pocket and they made some bad calls. But it's not like we're losing 14-0 right now. The defense obviously is a strong suit. And if we're going to end up winning this game, it's going to be because of our defense. Let's go, baby. Miles in the building. What's good? One 0 Wild over the Kraken. Come on, Kraken.
My favorites.
Let's go, baby.
Apple TV Plus and Kickoff included for only $15 a month.
Absolutely great catch. And again, if we can get Dylan Gabriel to like throw the football downfield, that's one thing that we haven't done this year. It's all about dinking and doinking, relying on the running game and the defense. And again, at some point, we're going to have to see the Oklahoma Dylan Gabriel, if we want to be able to succeed and actually, do something in the playoff, and have a chance, for obviously the Big Ten crown, either this year, next year, the following year, or any fucking year that we have to play this team. So, but hopefully, if there's going to be 50-50 calls, and obviously Ohio State has gotten all of them, to go on their end in the first half, hopefully in the second half, if there ends up being 50-50 calls or something that needs to be reviewed, hopefully they'll do us the honor of at least giving us a chance to, review the play or, to make sure that the refs call the right correct call. And if not, review it. But so far, heavily biased for Ohio State. I mean, the refs must have a lot of money on this game. Damn right he is. Well deserved. One of my favorite running backs, in the NFL. Stud. Oh yeah, I've been watching football since fucking 9 a.m., bro. Dude, college football for me is like the NFL, and the reason why, I feel like I know as much as I do, from, multiple teams and multiple conferences and all 32 teams in the NFL. Onside kick. And Oregon recovers, I believe. Let's see. I think Oregon recovered. Yeah, baby! Oregon recovers! Woo! Yeah! 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 Fuck yeah! Look at that squib. Perfect. Bounces off the player. And did the kicker actually get the ball? Let's look. Unbelievable. You got two ducks right there. Oh, we got it, baby. We got it. Hell yeah. Let's go. I mean, Oregon's offense is not as good as it was last year's by any means. No Bucky Irving, right? No Bo Nix, right? No Troy Franklin, but again, sometimes you're going to have big plays happen. And literally that play right there by the kicker, that's only going to be successful maybe one time out of 100, maybe one time out of 1,000. And it just so happens it's against Ryan Day and Ohio State. You can screw us over and over and over, but eventually something good is going to come our way. And that's a little bit of payback for that interception that was not called for us in the first quarter. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I mean, Dan Lanning's got a little bit of Chip Kelly in him. I mean, he is calculated and he's willing to take risks, but sometimes It's the wrong risk. Like going for the 2-point conversion. Idiot. Why would you do that? Just take the points. Take the one. And I know Atticus Sappington missed that 40-yard field goal plus, right? So you're a little nervous about that. I get it. But take the extra point if it's there. Don't chase points. You know, we're going to be in this game because of our defense. All right? You know, 14-13 is a hell of a lot better than 14-12. You know, if you want to go for a 2-point conversion, do it later in the third and fourth quarter. But we get a little bit of karma. Look at Dan Lanning. Look at that. Look at that passion. There's a reason why he didn't take that Alabama job, because he truly believes that we can win a natty in Oregon at some point. It may not be this year. It may not be next year. It may not be in 5 years. But I really do believe that, you know, we're going to have a chance to get to that natty, you know, in the next few years, if not this year. I mean, I'm not sure if we're built for it this year, but if we win against Ohio State and we're number 1, Texas 2, Gabriel? Let's go. Let's go. Maybe Oregon's offense is a little bit better than people think, and maybe Ohio State's defense is a little overrated. Just saying. Your defense doesn't look like ours, okay? And you want to talk about how we struggled at the beginning of the year. Yeah, our offensive line was hurt, and obviously we weren't full strength. We looked like shit, and we went against the best running back in the country in Genty before anyone knew it. But we're looking pretty fucking good today. Let's go. Fighting that adversity. Next man up. Should have kept that, Gabriel. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I love the way that Oregon is playing, and I don't usually get to say that often. Should be a flag on the Buckeyes. 1-0, Minnesota Wild over the Kraken. Unsportsmanlike. What? Spitting? Ejected? Trayshawn Holden, what are you doing? Spitting on a player? I mean, I get it. Both of these teams are going to be, you know, talking shit and whatnot, but yeah, right in front of the ref too. That's not, you know, what we teach, you know, at Oregon. You know, that's not acceptable. And by any team, you know, regardless, and there's going to be a lot of words that are going to be spoken on that field. And obviously there's going to be some genuine hate for that other team. They don't like us. We don't like them. But you got to make sure that you're not hurting the team right there. What are you doing? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Idiot, Holden. Kick that guy off the team. And I'm not even playing. You know, that shit has nowhere. There is no business, you know. And again, you know, if this was Ohio State, I would be saying the same thing. But, you know, we don't need to be rostering players that are that fucking stupid, you know. Fly like a butterfly, sting like AB. I don't know if Trayshawn Holden's got fucking CTE, but kick that fucker off the team. I don't want to be a part of that at all. And this is a big, big game, and you let your team down by being a fucking idiot right there. You immature piece of shit. Get the fuck out of here. Cut that fucker off the team. Bullshit. There is no place for that in football. Shotgun set. Gabriel. He's open. What a damn shame. What a damn shame. Kick that fucker off the team. Unbelievable. That might have been the first time in Oregon history that we've had something like that happen. And I get it. This rivalry is going to bring out the worst in people, right? It's going to be like that. Field goal up and good. 15-14 Oregon. There we go. And that slightly makes up, you know, obviously for the interception call. That was a no call in the first, but losing a player, you know, and I don't know how they're going to discipline him, if he's going to still be on the team or be suspended for a couple games. But, you know, if Dan Lanning and Oregon decided to kick him off the team, I would be okay with that. You know, and like I said, I don't want to see talented players, you know, off the team, but there is no room for that under any circumstance, period. I don't, you know, and again, Ohio State would probably be in that same boat as well if they spit on one of our guys, you know. And again, there's probably a lot of, you know, punching and spitting on the bottom of a pile, you know, that we don't really see, right? And especially Georgia and Bama, Ohio State and Michigan. I mean, these are teams that usually fist fight, you know, not only before the game starts, but during the game and after the game. You know, they're going to be high emotions, but I'm embarrassed as far as being an Oregon fan. That is not who we are. That is not what's taught at Oregon. That is not Dan Lanning, and that's not, you know, acceptable behavior. What a damn shame, man. Terrible, terrible piece of shit, dude. What the fuck, man? Unbelievable. Yeah, well, maybe for you, Odin, but for us, we have a standard, you know. And again, you know, you think, oh, just spit. But just a simple fact that you do that, you know, if you're willing to spit, you're willing to do anything. So, you know, for me, you know, take the scholarship away, kick them off the team. You know, again, you know, you don't necessarily have to be setting an example, but again, if you just let that shit slide and let him play next game, then they're going to think that's acceptable. And then what, the next guy's going to do the same thing? Or what, we're going to have guys like Ndamukong Suh and we're going to start stomping people after the play and act like that's okay? That is not okay. So, again, and I know they're probably not going to kick him off the team, and maybe he'll be suspended for a game or two, you know, but in that particular situation, I would not be, you know, if they wanted to kick him off the team, I'm okay with it. Bullshit. Judah in the building. What's good? Taken to get to the World Series? Well, at this point, it looks like Dodgers, Yankees. You know, again, the Mets, you know, were hot, but I mean, are they going to be able to continue that against the Dodgers in a 7-game series? The answer is no. You know, I would assume the Mets will win 1 or 2 games, but the Dodgers should win in 6 or 7. And then obviously the Guardians have a better chance than the Mets do to beat the Yankees. So I think the Guardians actually have a shot. And maybe that one could end up going 6 or 7 games. But again, you know, if everyone steps up and plays the way that they're supposed to, we probably will get a Dodger, Yankee, you know, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge World Series. And then my second choice would be Dodgers, Guardians, you know, and that's obviously if the Guardians would have to play some amazing ball like they did today against Skubal. So, well, he did it for a reason, because they've been fucking chirping at each other, and there was a lot of language and a lot of shit that's been going on between those two players up to this point, you know. But again, if the ref is right there, if you're going to do something questionable like that, that's bullshit, make sure the ref isn't right fucking there looking at you, you know. You got to be a dumb motherfucker, and we don't got dumb motherfuckers on Oregon, you know. That's just a guy that lost his fucking emotions, you know, and obviously got baited by what the Ohio State players said to him. And he didn't agree with what was said, and he decided to spit instead of talk shit back. And that should have been an interception right there. But again, you know, I know there's spitting and there's punching and some bullshit that goes on the bottom of piles, but unbelievable right there. No turnovers yet for Oregon, 15-14. Ducks, let's go. And it kind of feels at some point or another, and it may be in the second half, that Oregon's going to get a big interception, a big fumble. And I'm not saying it's going to be a fumble for a touchdown or a pick six, but it kind of feels like something big like that could happen for Oregon, you know, whether it's in the second quarter. I don't think it'll be in this quarter, though. I think it would be like in the third or the fourth quarter. You know, and if we can end up getting like a pick six or like a fumble for a touchdown or end up getting really good positive yards off a turnover, that could be the difference in this game late. Especially the way that the defense is flying around out there. We got some ball hawks. Bouncing it to the outside. Good tackle. This is the best defense that I've seen besides the whole, you know, spitting situation that we obviously had there. Unbelievable. I know this is going to be one of the loudest crowds, and for all those Ohio State haters saying it's not very loud in Autzen, if you're there or you're watching it on TV, you can tell. I mean, it's just as loud as Ohio State in the shoe, or Michigan, or Penn State, or Clemson, or Bama, or Georgia, and we have about half of the capacity. We're about 55,000. You know, over there it's 100,000 plus, but we sound like we have 100,000 in Autzen. Nice catch. First down, Buckeyes. Every one individual fan for Oregon is like two somewhere else. End of the first period, 1-0 Kraken. Is it 2-0 Kraken? Based on the commercial I saw, it looked like it was 1-0. Did they score another goal? God, man, Grubauer and Decor just being bootios, huh? Oh, Simmons' knee buckled there. You know, at some point, you know, Ohio State, Michigan, you know, and that rivalry is going to turn into Ohio State, Oregon, especially if Oregon ends up being better and, you know, Michigan doesn't get another Harbaugh at coach and they don't recruit. Of course, the history, you know, they're going to fight. Ohio State and Michigan are always going to battle, and that's always going to be the number one rival. But there's going to be a 1A, which is Michigan, as Ohio State's number one rival, and there's going to be a 1B, and that's going to be Oregon, especially with all this extracurricular bullshit that we already have in this game. And again, it's not going to surprise me, not maybe in this game, but I would assume in the next few years, I would not be shocked if there ends up being a fist fight between these two teams. You know, again, there's going to be some bad blood already brewing. And, you know, we see Michigan and Ohio State usually doing that, chirping, throwing bows, even in pregame, during the game, and postgame. And it definitely feels like maybe we took Michigan's spot, you know, even though Michigan's going to be the clear normal Big Ten rival. But if Oregon ends up being better than Michigan over the next few years, which it looks like it will be, maybe, you know, maybe some fights are going to end up happening, and I don't want fights to happen because I don't want our guys to get fucking ejected or get hurt. But man, oh man, unbelievable. Prayers up. Prayers up for the player. He got up and he's on the cart there, and hopefully he's okay. But now Oregon needs to be able to take advantage of that weak spot. That's one of their better offensive linemen. We need to fucking attack. Let's go. (15-14) Oregon. Great job so far. We're getting screwed by the refs. We missed a field goal, but we still got a 1-point lead. We got an ejection for spitting, which is shameful, but hopefully we can get past that. Get his ass! Get his ass! Get his ass! Dive! Oh my God! How do we not get that sack lunch? Oh my goodness! Just a little bit more effort out of Oregon, we could have fucking sack lunch fucking Will Howard. Turn him into fucking Dwight Howard. Little bitch ass. Oh my God. So close to a sack lunch right there. 6 more likes to 20. Let's go, baby. We're at 14. 6 more to go. Oh, you did? Thank you so much, bro. I just saw that. You're the man. He said, I donated 29. You're the man. Thank you, bro. Fighting Irish, baby. Thank you so much, man. Odin's son says, you know what? This guy works way too hard for nothing, right? Got to make sure we're getting the proper love and support. We're already an hour and a half in and no one has supported. So Odin's son says, let me take care of that. Appreciate you. That means a lot. Odin's son with a 29er. Even when things get really tight with him and his family, he still goes out of his way to support me. And I'll never forget you for that. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little cactus jack, bang, bang. There we go. Let's go. Thank you so much, bro. 29. And you know, the crazy thing is that AEW's pay-per-view tonight is in Tacoma. And normally I would be going, right? But obviously with this Oregon game, I can't, skip this game. It's either I'm going to call it on stream or I'm going to be in Eugene at Autzen. And I kind of wish that AEW pay-per-view was like on tomorrow, because if it was on tomorrow, I would probably consider ordering it. First down, Buckeyes. They're going for a Chip Kelly mentality and going for it on fourth down as well. Nice run there by the Buckeyes. But if you're just a casual watcher and you're watching both of these teams play, Oregon clearly looks like the better team. Like, obviously, we know the running back for Ohio State, obviously looks a little bit better than Jordan James. But other than the big, long runs that the running back had, what has Ohio State been better than Oregon at this point, besides having the refs in the back pocket? I mean, nothing. Our defense looks a little bit better. Gabriel looks better than Will Howard. We just got to keep it going, baby. We're at 29. Appreciate you. 71 to go. Appreciate you, Bo. Me and Paisley really, really appreciate that. Very, very much, man. I got I got a lot of stuff that I got to take care of. Even this program that I'm streaming on went up from $20 a month to like $45 a month. It's like almost doubled. And I have I can't like argue with them or like banter. It's either, continue using, this particular, format or having to go somewhere else. But I want to be able to have the ticker and I want to be able to have this particular look with the pictures. So every dollar really does matter with the donos. Because again, I'm paying like, $100 a month, just for a gig service on top of, $45 a month for this streaming program. So that's $145 a month just to be able to do this dream. So I appreciate you very, very much, man. Is there a Notre Dame player at halftime that you want me to be able to showcase for you on the stream, Odin? You let me know what Notre Dame players you want, and we can throw that up on the screen at halftime. I'm loving it, dude. Anytime you end up getting an expansion team and then they end up being like fired up to win games and other teams take them for granted, saying, well, they're an expansion team, we're going to beat the shit out of them. And then they don't expect the Utah hockey team to actually bring it. I love that, man. Good for them. Ended up winning their first, game, obviously, in their team history. And it looks like they're going to be somewhat competitive. Good for them. I wish I could say the same for the Kraken, but apparently both our goalies are terrible. Grubauer gave up 3 goals in 5 minutes, and Joey Decord not really looking too good after the extension. And I was telling Megan and a few of the Kraken fans that, we might have to be looking for another goalie, in the next few years, because I'm not sure if either one of them is good enough to be the main guy. Like, these guys are good enough to be on the team, yes, but they kind of feel more like, they're good one game and terrible the next game. Maybe they're the backup guys. Maybe we need to get someone a little bit better. And I don't really know necessarily who that would be, who might be available in 3 to 5 years, or if we can get one in the draft. But it just seems like, maybe, giving the extension to Decord was a little bit premature, because we got a lot of money in Grubauer and Decord. And if you're going to be, dishing out a lot of money to the goalies and they can't defend, that's not going to be good for the Kraken. We're not going to make the playoffs if our goalie play is shit. So, and again, I like some of the guys in the draft and some of the free agents that we brought over, defensemen, as well as forwards and centers. But, we still got a ways to go. 15-14, Oregon. 5-3 Utah in the second period. Don't lie. Really? Wow. You weren't lying about a beatdown. That is a beatdown, man. Odin, son, you're the man. I appreciate you. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. New Jersey Devils. Kansas City Chiefs. Appreciate you. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to at least 20, and hopefully we get into the algorithm, because the faster that we can get to 20, then the more that, we're going to get recommendations. And obviously for other people that are browsing the web for this game. I imagine I'm the only one doing it, or one of the few people doing it. Scott in the building. What's good? What a game so far, huh? How are you? How is the fam? I miss you, bro. I always walk by your old place. I don't usually bring my phone with me when I go on a walk with Paisley, but I should take a picture of your old house and then send it to you so you can see what it looks like. The basketball hoop is still in front. Howard, play action. Judkins, tackle his ass. First down, Buckeyes. I'm good, bro. I miss you. Like, out of all of my childhood friends that moved away, you're the one that I wish that still lived in Oregon, bro, because I feel that we would be hanging out today. Even though you got, the wifey and the kids and, I'm doing this with Paisley as well, but I think that we would still be able to make time for each other. Incomplete. Yeah, just grinding, man. Doing this channel, grinding away. We just hit 20,600 on the sub count. So, working pretty much every day. And then on top of that, spending time with Paisley, being the best dog father I can be since I don't have a son or a daughter of my own. Pretty much Paisley is my daughter. And I devote my whole life to her as well as this channel. And hopefully, if you end up visiting Oregon sometime in the next couple years, we can get together for sure. Play action fake. Howard wide open. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That was a beautiful Chip Kelly play call right there. Wow. That was very clean. Emeka Egbuka with the touchdown. But I'm, obviously I started, shooting hoops at the park down at Cooper Park, on the walks, with Paisley. So my basketball game is on point. I'm not playing half court or full court games, but, I can still hit the threes and the free throws. And, I still got my shot, even if you don't, play ball for a little while, if you ended up playing ball as much as me and Scott did growing up as kids, it never leaves. You still have the shot. It's like riding a bike, and again, you might brick a few, until you get your rhythm. And then once you get your rhythm, you're on point. And, that's something that hopefully that we can end up doing someday. We can just go to a park and just shoot some hoops, like the old school days. It would be great. What's new with you, my guy? Lots of video games, playing college football and Madden, spending time with the kids. Obviously being busy with work and the wifey and whatnot. So I know that you're super busy. Anything new in your life over there? Yeah, people don't realize, I feel like with me, there's a lot of things, that I feel that I have a decent skill set in, obviously with basketball, video games, beat making, and other things that, I don't really show on the channel and whatnot. But, even though we're a little bit older, than we used to. I mean, like I said, I've lost a lot of weight. I got all the way up to 270. Now I'm down to 185. This is as skinny as you're going to probably see me back from high school days. So I feel like I'm incredibly fit, that if I ended up running, full court, like at the rec center, at the Tualatin Rec Center, and if we ended up playing outside or inside in the gym, I think we would be able to run it together, bro. And again, even if both of us have, had moments where we gained a little bit of weight and whatnot, that doesn't mean you can't lose it and kind of get back to where you were. Big facts. Let's go, baby. You got some good memories of me from back in the day, too. First down, Ducks, Jordan James, move the chains. It would be really cool one day is if you're in, Oregon for a little bit, and then we can actually go to a Duck game where it's you can, bring the fam and I can go with you, and then we can go to a Duck game or something like that. Or, if we can't bring everyone, at least maybe you and me can go or something like that, Because that's something that we haven't ever been able to do since you moved away and we lost contact for a few years. But you would definitely have a blast, bro. 21-15 Buckeyes. Great game. I mean, we got screwed on the pick, and then we had the spit. So there's been some, very weird things that have happened in this game. But again, emotions are going to run high in this matchup. Go, baby, go. Both running backs on both teams have been putting in the work. Awesome, dude. I mean, hell, you know what also would be best? It's like going to a Duck game would be great, but just being able to sit down, right? Like on some bean bags, right? And then just to be able to play video games together like we used to when we were kids. That would be something that I would really look forward to. I don't have a next-gen system or anything. I know you do, but, just being able to play Xbox or like PS5, or like going back to playing some old school PS2 or something, some NFL game day or, some old college football or Madden or whatever, 64, anything that we used to play from back in the day. Most of it was like PlayStation and whatnot, but playing a little bit of video games, shooting some hoops, going to a Duck game, that would be like the trifecta for me, if we could end up doing that. And obviously going back to your old house, so that way you can see, kind of what it looks like out there as well. Nothing really has changed that much with that location. There's still a basketball hoop out there, they got a couple flags out there for like a hockey team that they represent, and obviously I think they're Duck fans there right now as well. But it looks, obviously I'm not inside the house, so I don't know what it looks like in the inside, but just walking past it with Paisley, there's not a whole lot of difference and whatnot. But sorry to hear that you got laid off from the other job, but you got a new one, and you're always a grinder, and I'm proud of you. And again, it would be awesome. My dad and Kendra would love to see you too. So they still remember you. Bite the ear, camping trip, so. 21-15 Buckeyes. Everyone always loved to doubt me too. Like I said, you doubt as much as you want, but again, when you end up growing up and obviously at home, if things were a little tough, it made me a fierce competitor, and again, a lot of time and effort was put out, not only at, outside parks, but places like the rec center, inside or outside, and you had a good shot too, and again, I think a lot of people, they judged you also because they thought, oh, he looks like a forward or maybe like a center. He doesn't look like a guy that can shoot threes like a guard or a point guard. But after a while working on your game, you proved a lot of those haters and doubters wrong, that you could actually shoot the three and shoot deep and actually be, accurate with it. So I think that's something that we both have in common, where people wanted to be able to assume that we couldn't do something, and then we proved to them that we could. So that is big facts. I will tell them hello for you for sure, bro. They miss you. Let's go Ducks, baby. But me and Scott, we grew up together in the neighborhood. We play different sports, typically basketball, did the video game thing, skip school to play video games once in a while as well, or go to the mall to get the brand new like NBA Live or NFL Game Day or Madden or whatever it was. Lots of good memories, man. I appreciate that. Football at the park, yes. Just playing catch with the football or the basketball, shooting some hoops, playing some catch, absolutely. Whittington with the short game. And I think that's why I like being able to throw the baseball around, throw the football around, shoot hoops. It's very therapeutic for me. Some people like to cook, and it's good for, that kind of mental health and the therapy, but I feel like with me, taking time with Paisley is one, but also shooting hoops is really good for my mental health too. And especially knowing that I can still shoot, I'm not like going to the park and bricking 100 shots. Like I can still shoot like 60, 70, 80% or better. Pass incomplete to Ferg, incomplete, 3rd down and 3. Yeah. And then obviously, having some of your family work for Snapple. So we ended up having that little mini fridge, and we would just be drinking those glass bottle Snapples, right? Sitting on the bean bags and playing the video games. I mean, those were really good memories for me, man. Like I said, out of all of my childhood friends, you're the one that I would want to be able to link up with the most. We got 5 wide here. Touchdown, Oregon. Let's go. Let's go, Tez Johnson, baby. Oregon doesn't look that shitty anymore. In the first couple weeks, we didn't look very good, but it shows you Dan Lanning is a great coach, a great motivator. We cleaned up a lot of those mistakes that we had in the first couple weeks, and we are right there, neck and neck. And let's be honest, we've been playing better than the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes are great, right? They're 5-0. We're 5-0. They haven't really played shitty up to this point like we did in the first couple weeks when we had injuries on the O-line. Extra point is up, and it's good. 22-21. Haters, doubters, never doubt us. Go Ducks. Go Ducks, baby. I miss you too, bro. Like I said, I don't really communicate with anybody from like Aloha anymore. I walk in the neighborhood and there's only like 2 families that used to live, within the, 5-mile radius in the neighborhood. Like I got one guy, Chris, that I used to hang out with. His dad is still in the neighborhood and they still live, down the street from me. And then another buddy, Jake, and his family still live in the, a little bit further away, but everyone else has moved away, So it's always kind of good to be able to see a familiar face and whatnot, but we'll make it happen one of these days, my guy. Let's go, baby. Dylan Gabriel going down the field. And again, if he doesn't go down the field, we don't win this game. You can't dink and doink against Ohio State with little 5-yard screens, and just being too conservative. And I feel that we've been too conservative, up to this point, but now we're actually letting Gabriel kind of let it loose. Even though he had 2 interceptions in the end zone last week, he's playing with no fear, and this is the Oklahoma Dylan Gabriel that we wanted to have. We're finally starting to see the potential of Dylan Gabriel, because I wasn't really a big fan of this guy, in the first couple of weeks when we got him. And he was a big drop-off from Bo Nix. But if he can start making throws like that, he's going to be in the conversation. Not as good as Bo Nix, but at least a guy that we have confidence in, that can run the ball like Tebow once in a while, as well as throw the deep ball and the intermediate and the short. And nice job. That little Oregon headband that Tez Johnson has, I need that. I need some bandanas and headbands. I want that. Let's go. You know what? I've been a fan since the 80s, Scott. This is the best defense I think we've ever had. And again, when I was a kid, when we were growing up, I dreamed of the day that our defense was this good. I didn't think that our offense would, take a big scale back, but again, not as good as Bo Nix, Bucky Irving, and Troy Franklin's offense. But at times, we look like last year's offense. But again, the defense is phenomenal. And again, getting Jabbar Muhammad, the transfer from the Huskies, was huge. And again, we have really good D-line play. We're very fast and physical out there. And hopefully it keeps getting better and better. Because ultimately, nice catch. Because if we can keep, recruiting on that side of the ball, we will end up winning a natty, in the next 5 to 10 years. Even if it is against Ohio State or Georgia or Bama. It feels like college football is a little bit open and there's no more dominant team anymore. It's not like Alabama's going all the way or Georgia's going all the way and Ohio State's the 3rd best team. Now, everyone is kind of in the same group. Ohio State, Texas, Oregon, Georgia, Bama. Like, you don't really know who's going to be the champion at the end of the day. What defense on 3rd down and 1? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Great game, man. And again, we had Georgia and Bama, and at that point, that was the best game up to that point. But this one will probably end up surpassing it. Depending on whoever has the ball last, might end up being the winner. But I still think that big defensive play is going to happen in the second half. A fumble, a pick, and I'm really hoping a pick 6. That kind of feels like it. This game feels like we could get a pick 6 on Will Howard. And if that ends up happening, that could be the difference between us winning and losing this game. Video games, shooting hoops, going to a Duck game, and then obviously, visiting my dad and Kendra as well, my guy. 2-1 Wild. At least the Kraken got on the board. What a great game. I mean, this is the best game of the year, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, we used to not be able to defend the pass or stop the run. You know, I still would like to have us get a few more sack lunches and whatnot, you know, and interceptions, but I think those are going to come as the season keeps continuing on. But it feels like Oregon has controlled this whole game. The refs have been against us, and really the only thing that we can say that, you know, that was bad is that we had Trayshawn Holden spit on that player and he got ejected. That's fucking stupid. You know, that's, you know, we're better than that. I've never seen a player get ejected for spitting on Oregon in my life, and I've been following since like the mid 80s. So again, I imagine that there's been players that have spit on each other that haven't been caught, you know, in the past, or punches that were thrown at the bottom of a pile, right? But you can't do it right in front of the ref like that. So, but we're not going to let that affect the outcome of this game. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Get rid of it, Gabriel. Sliding down. We're at 29, 71 to go. Come on, you got to have a little bit more touch on that ball. Realize who you're throwing to. Come on, Dylan. But I do love those jerseys. Again, I haven't seen a black with gray and green jersey ever. This is like the first time that they sprinkled in that green on the back, and obviously on the outside of the gray on the numbers and on the nameplate. Fucking fire, man. It's a great look. I mean, look at all the subtle details on those jerseys there. Amazing. Ferg with the short catch. Yes, the names on the back really do pop, right? They could have been done in white, you know, or, you know, they could have ended up, you know, having them, you know, in a different type of color, like a gray or a white silhouette on a gray. But the simple, you know, they have the green subtly, you know, on the outside of the border and on the helmet, you know, just like you got the black and gray as the primary, but then you sprinkle in just the right amount of that green apple. That's my favorite color. I love the green apple. Most of my duck gear is green apple, and I can't wear it on stream because then I would just disappear like John Cena and you wouldn't see me. I'd be like a floating head, you know. So hopefully, you know, I'll be able to rock more of that gear, but I just can't do it with the green screen, unfortunately. But I got a lot of green apple stuff that I unfortunately can't wear with hoodies and jerseys and gloves and all kinds of stuff. But I'm really liking our uniform combo here today. Look good, feel good, play good, baby. Let's go. What a game, man. Again, I was, you know, a little nervous, you know, on how we would play, but I figured the crowd was really going to help us, you know. And again, we went to the shoe a couple years ago. Kayvon Thibodeau was ruled out, and I saw in the headline that he actually had surgery. He's on IR, and they said that we had 0% chance to win. We weren't good enough, and we ended up having no Kayvon Thibodeau, our best player, out, and we still won, you know. So anything is possible, you know, if you can end up bringing your A game. And it's halftime, baby. 22-21. Oregon, let's go. Right? Missed extra point, missed field goal, right? We could be up by more than this, right? We could be up 27-21 if everything went right, but we'll still take a 1-point lead. I would love that, man. It would be an honor to be able to meet the wifey and your daughter, bro. Like I said, you know, I had a lot of different, you know, people that I would associate with like friends growing up. But, you already know how it was, growing up where we did. Some people tried to act like your friend, but you couldn't really trust them. Like, you might be able to play ball with them or play video games, but at the end of the day, the bond really wasn't there. But with us, I feel that we always had the bond. There might have been times where we lost touch, after high school and whatnot, when I moved to Canby and whatnot. And, I tried to, get back in touch with you after I moved out. And then you came to the apartment that one time when I lived in Wilsonville. But I always, was always thinking about you. And I remember going on Facebook looking for you, and you had a bunch of old profiles. But I assumed at some point that I would be able to find you and connect with you. And I'm happy that we were able to do that. Reflect in the building. What's good, my guy? Yes, we're trying our best right now. I mean, besides Trayshawn Holden spitting on a player and getting ejected, that's really the only bad thing for Oregon. That's shameful, and I'm embarrassed about that. But, we're not getting the calls. Obviously, these Big Ten officials are trying to have Ohio State win. Interception on that first drive that wasn't called for us, and then they just ran a hurry up and didn't even review it, which is bullshit. But with all that being said, 1 point lead at halftime, we're the better team. I mean, it's pretty clear. Their running game might be better than ours, but that's the only thing that you can say that's better than Oregon today. Facts. And Jordan James is doing a good job. It's just that on their side, they got a little bit more, bigger runs. So, Zay with a tenner. Appreciate you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for photos. You want some Guardian photos for your big victory over Scooball today? You want some Lane? Let me know. If you want college football photos, you want baseball photos, let me know. But again, I got you, Zay, as well as Odin's son. If you guys want anything from your favorite teams, let me know. 22-21, Ducks, baby.
That's why we introduced Cobrins, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything, even creating spending limits. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
I got you. Yeah, but also, too, we had a lot of NFL players leave. But the main thing is Jackson Powers Johnson, being one of the top 2 centers in the country, and then having a freshman come in and having, injuries as well. Obviously was a little tough for us, but we started to kind of figure things out. And also, too, no one realized at the beginning of the year that Genty was the best running back in the country. Like, we knew he was good, but I don't think anyone really knew he was that good. And so if you look back at that, I mean, Genty's running on anybody. It doesn't matter how good. You could be Bama and he'd still get 3 touchdowns. You could be Georgia. You could be Ohio State. Like, Genty is by far the best running back in the country and probably should win the Heisman. So again, we got punched in the mouth early, but we've made the adjustments and we look much different than we did at the beginning of the year. I would agree to that. Daniel in the building. What's good? Offense great. Defense great. Yeah, Gabriel having a good game. That's what's really keeping us in this.
But another great stat when Ohio State coming into the game had a lot of pass play of 30 yards. 3 have gone to Gabriel so far. What do you say on the defensive side of the ball for Ohio State?
Well, defensive side of the ball, I think first off, appropriate calls. There at the end of the half, we saw going cover 0, no deep.
Lane Thomas, grand salami off Scooball. Unbelievable. I almost couldn't believe it when I saw it. And I know Guardian fans were probably the same way, thinking like, fuck, man, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat Scooball. But again, 1 out of every 20 games, Scooball might get fucked up. And it just so happens that you got him in that one game out of 20, where normally he's going to dominate 19 of them. And that one game where he might just have 1 or 2 pitches that are in the zone and you made him pay. And now you're going to face the Yankees in the ALCS. First Guardians ALCS since 2016. Nice job, bro. This is from today's game right here too as well. Keep jabbing, baby. Keep jabbing. Let's go, baby. I got one more for you here. This is from today. Grand Salami. This is from today. And I got the one more for you from today. The best one. Save the best for last. That's what they say, right? Let's go. As soon as he hit it, he knew. Awesome, man. Congrats. And obviously the Guardians have a better chance to beat the Yankees than the Tigers do. Because obviously, besides Scooball, who else can they really count on? Let's be honest, like Scooball is it. So good. Finally, we just need to be better in net. Gru and DeCord have not been so good so far, but hopefully we can get enough goals to get the dub. We don't want to start off the season 0-2. Well, obviously I think my first choice would be Dodgers, Yankees, and my second choice would be Dodgers and Guardians. But it would take a lot for the Guardians to beat the Yankees in 7. I mean, that would have to be like Judge slumps, Giancarlo Stanton slumps or gets injured. Soto not doing a whole, pitching has to be kind of piss poor. Like, I don't know, man. Like, we might end up getting, the Judge Ohtani World Series. But I would say the Guardians have a better chance than the Mets do. But the Mets are there. But I think the Mets will win 1 or 2. And I think the Dodgers could win that in 6 or 7. I would probably say Dodgers in 6. Against the Mets. I'll give the Mets, or Dodgers in 5 or Dodgers in 6 in that series. I'll give the Mets 1 or 2 wins. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. But on the other side, I could definitely see the Guardians pushing the Yankees to 7 games, just based on how the season has gone. But, we'll see. The most unsuspected, final would be Guardians Mets, and I don't think we're going to get that. But it is possible that one team, maybe the Guardians, advances. But I still think Yankees Dodgers, we have a good probability for that. And then obviously, I would go Dodgers Guardians as number 2. Yeah, ridiculous. He's been on fire. All right, take care. Appreciate you, bro. I'm going to put up a Riley Leonard photo for Odin. I don't know if Odin is still in the room, but I'm still going to put that up for him. Appreciate you, Odin. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. We just hit 20,600. We need 100 subs to go to 20,700 unless we gained a few more. Let's take a peek. Where are we at? Have we gained any more? We're still at 20,600, baby. I got to change all my social media. Appreciate you, Odin. Appreciate you. Zay. Let's go, baby. Megan with a $5. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to do for a photo. If you want something, I got you. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack. Bang, bang. $5 holla. We're at 44, 66 to go.
Traveling over 2,000 miles, it means something.
It absolutely does. I mean, we learned a lot about Penn State in this game. The way that they came back in it, the fight that they showed. And this is a team that we hadn't really seen what the ceiling was possible. They want to make the college football playoff. They've been the poster child of why expansion is a good thing. They needed to go on the road and win a game like this.
Cole with $1. Appreciate you. Let me know what you want to see. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Every dollar counts, even if it's just $1. It all adds up. Appreciate you.
And then, of course, Joshua, the tight end, Ty Warren, like career, unbelievable day. He's ridiculous. He is a phenomenal player, but it begs the question, who's the next guy up for Penn State, right? So much of the offense ran through him, and he is phenomenal. Julian Fleming had some plays down the stretch, too, but I think they need to find some more of those weapons.
All right, how about we do some Maddie Beniers for you, Megan, for the Kraken, since they're on right now. We can go something like that. I can just throw up a few Kraken photos. Bjorky and some Maddie. Appreciate you. We can even throw up a little Decord. Hopefully it'll give him some more momentum and he won't give up any more goals later today. And we'll be doing some streams for the Kraken for sure this year, no doubt. Let's go. All right, keep the Kraken theme going. Good choice.
You're gonna like this story because it's about you. When does it start? It's a flight time that works for you. And where does this story take place? Destinations far, far, far away, or ones you used to call home. And if you need to rewrite it, there's no fee to change your flight. Where should we go next? Well, that's up to you. Because when we built the world's biggest airline, we built it around you.
My pledges. I will do everything in my power to keep you safe.
It's the bad guy standing up there this time.
Let's get to the game.
I'm your lieutenant. I don't need you like me. I need you to listen to me.
Trouble? Should you be?
And maybe we'll get some fights like this at some point in the season where Vince Dunn and Dylan Holloway went at it. Let's go.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus. Oh, let's run that again.
Geico has faster claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here and upload pictures, customer. Try again on the first name basis. Sure. Vicky, to track your status, just click.
Super easy. You're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone. Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll.
Appreciate you.
Scroll. Oh. Oh. I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico. I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Where are we going with this?
Take
go Ducks. Let's go Kraken, baby. Let's go. Good game so far. Got to bring that electricity in the second half, baby. Lay down over here. Come over here. All right, I got to go get Paisley a quick snack.
Keep your eyes on your left. That means cover the receiver, your coverage all the way through the field. Well, I also love how Will Stein and on the score has called this first half. He's been aggressive, he's been tactical, and the way Dylan Neighbor is seeing the field, throwing with anticipation, has been outstanding. Continue to put the ball in his hand. That will open up the run game for them. And then defensively for Oregon, I think they've done a really good job. They had really too explosive in the first half in terms of runs for Ohio State. They got to continue to limit those explosive plays and therefore be there in the fourth quarter. Jordan James running like a guy who's a little upset that Mike Brown and Matt Castle talking about Judkins Anderson and showing out him. He knew he was going to have to be. He knew he was going to have to be. Played well so far. Oregon players filtering out of the locker room right now, hitting the field. We're separated by thousands of miles, Maria, but we're right there with you. Second coming up here.
That's so sweet, Ahmed. It does feel like you're here with us. Right now, great game, the first top 3 matchup of the season. Howard looking for number 4 for his 6th touchdown of the season. Looking for more for the Buckeye faithful. He traveled all the way to Eugene. Second half is after the break. Noah, Todd, after the break.
This is good. The Xfinity halftime report.
Sometimes I'm alone, like no one ever knows. Can you take me by the hand? I feel better again when you smile. The sun is through the clouds, and I feel better now. Oh, I feel better now.
Pretzels look fresh, but I need them to smell fresh too. That's why I add Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long.
All right, I got Paisley some dinner, some blueberries and strawberries as a little dessert, and we're about to get started here in just a second.
Wash, wow. Keep your clothes all day freshness. Looks like it's fries. I'm on.
That's for any film on your teeth. It's actually the buildup of plaque bacteria, which can cause cavities and months. And your toothpaste isn't cutting it.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but the antibacterial fluoride, Crestro Health, protects for up to 12 hours.
So I can stop cavities before they start.
The #1 toothpaste brand in America. For even more protection, use with Crestro Health mouthwash. Crest.
Jordan loved making babies with her dad.
22-21 Oregon. But again, we had a 2-point conversion that we went for, so and a missed field goal. So technically we could be at 26-21 right now, but we'll take a 1-point lead. It's halftime. Everything is up on the screen above me. So if you look up there, it'll be able to show what quarter it is and where we're at, but it's halftime right now. Let's go, baby. No problem. been a good game. One of the best college football games against two good teams that I've seen all year besides Georgia and Bama. Could come down to whoever has the ball last. I really don't know. You know, like I said, I've been an Oregon fan since the mid-'80s and whatnot. I mean, we obviously have the home field advantage, and the decibel level is electric there. I feel that, you know, our offense has played just as good as theirs. Our defense has played better than theirs. You know, we've had, you know, a few, you know, kind of suspect things that have happened in the game. But, I mean, besides Travion Henderson, that's really the only thing that you could say that's been better than what we've been able to put, you know, out there on the field. But Dylan Gabriel has played better than Will Howard, and even though he's got one tutty on the ground and one in the air, but I think Gabriel is playing better tonight, so we'll see what happens. But I think the Ducks can win this game. I mean, based on how we played in the first half, you know, we're up by 1. We could be up by, you know, 4, you know, at this particular point. 3, 4, 5. We could be up by 5. But, you know, it is what it is. Could be 26-21, but we'll take a 22-21 and we get the ball. But it feels like the Ducks could win this game. You know, I'm not going to be a biased person. Oh, we're going to blow them out, or we're definitely going to win, because I respect Ohio State and I know how good they've been with Georgia and Bama over the last 10, 15 years. I mean, they're phenomenal. But, you know, this is a different type of energy at Autzen. And even if you're a powerhouse like Ohio State, it's going to be a little difficult. You know, this is the first time that we've had, you know, a top five matchup at Autzen ever. So there's a lot on the line. Everything to lose for Ohio State, everything to gain for Oregon. So we're not the team that's playing with pressure. Ohio State is trying to win this game. We're just trying to be able to do what we need to do to get the job done. So less pressure on us, more pressure on them. Shotgun set. Little handoff to Jordan James. Yeah, well, of course, you know, that I think we should kick that guy off the team, Trayshawn Holden, you know, but anytime, you know, that type of stuff does happen, but that's unexcusable. And again, you know, if it was an Ohio State player, you know, or an Oregon player, the ejection was correct. And just, you know, suspending him, you know, may not be enough. You know, you might have to kick that player off the team. You know, I've been watching Duck football, you know, for years and years and years as my pup just walks in the room, but I've never seen anything like that before. And that's not who we are. You know, we're not a dirty team. We don't do that type of stuff, but, you know, very unfortunate. But again, this won't be the only time where we end up, you know, having some crazy things happen. I would assume, you know, over the years, we're going to take over Michigan as Ohio State's #1 rival, even though the natural rivalry will be Buckeyes and Wolverines. But I feel that we're going to be better than Michigan over these next few years. So, you know, there probably will be some fist fights and shit happening down in the near future. First down, Ducks, move the chains. You know, but I've been watching Duck football since the 80s, and I've never seen anything like that. So, and I know they probably won't kick him off the team, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Sometimes you got to set an example, you know, because if you just let the guy play next week, what is that message saying? It's like, yeah, I get it. You lost your cool, but regardless on what is being said by the other player, you don't spit. You know, this isn't fucking WWE or AEW. You know, this is fucking college football. Act like it. So I would actually hope that they kick him off the team, to be honest, because you got to be able to send a message, you know, that is not acceptable, you know, and you might have gotten lost in the moment. Fine. But, you know, you got to pay the consequences and pay the price. Second down and 8. Pass incomplete. And I imagine Ohio State fans would say the same thing as any college football fan. There is no room in the game for that, period. You know, and there's a lot of shit talking that's going on. You know, there's going to be a lot of, I mean, you already know with Michigan and Ohio State, I mean, they have fist fights in the pregame, during the game, and after the game. I mean, there is some real true bad blood. And obviously Oregon is going to be in the mix now in the Big Ten, you know, with Michigan and Ohio State, where they're not going to like us. We're not going to like them, but spitting is not something that's accepted ever on any level. Ohio State's defense coming to play. Curry with a good defensive play there.
Styles coming from the outside, unblocked. They're unable to get him. Gabriel does everything he can to
Let's go, baby.
chase him down and force the punt.
We just hit 20,600 today. Let's go, baby. Ducks with the punt. And also, you know, in this second half, we can't just run the ball to try to bleed the clock out and just try to hang on to the win. If we want to win this game, we're going to have to go right at Ohio State, and we're going to have to throw it deep a few times like Dylan Gabriel did in the first half. That's going to be the only way to keep that defense honest. Because, again, if you just start running the ball, Ohio State is going to stop that very clearly. You know, they got some good coaches on that side. You know, we got Chip Kelly calling the plays on the offense, but Ryan Day and that defense, they know what to do. So as long as we're not playing like keep away and we're still aggressive, we're going to come up with the dub at the end. But if we end up having some suspect playing calls here in the third and fourth quarter, yeah, we could definitely let this game slip through our fingers and lose. So hopefully they'll still stay aggressive and we'll have a shot in the fourth quarter. Let's go, baby.
The number one toothpaste brand in America.
Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20. We're 3 away. So if you are in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20, and then we'll hit the algorithm. We're all right. We're at 18 now. We need 2 more. And then once we hit 20, let's try to get to 30 before the stream ends, unless we end up getting into the algorithm, and then we'll get a boost in the room where we might be able to hit 50 to 100, depending on how close the game is at the end of the matchup. We're at 45, 55 to go. Well, Boise State's on at 8 o'clock versus Hawaii. You going to watch that, Matt? After the Duck game is over? Watch Genty go against Hawaii there. Obviously, you living in Hawaii, I imagine a lot of people are going to watch that game. Hell, a lot of people are going to be at that game just to watch Genty do what he does. So I'll definitely tune into that one just to see what Genty does. Choo-choo in the Kraken and the Wild. Let's go, Kraken. We need our first win of the season. Too bad we didn't have Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt call this game. Oh, I'm saying after the Oregon game is over, you're going to tune into that Hawaii game. First down and 10. Let's go, Ducks. Let's go, defense. Hit them. There we go. And as long as we can contain the run, we can win this game. We just can't have those big bursts. You know, and again, if you're going to have those big bursts, that's going to kill us out there. We need to make sure we're limiting, you know, those big rushing yards by Henderson. Second down and 7 on the OSU 24. Pass complete to Jeremiah Smith to the 38. Nice throw by Howard. God, how is that not picked? Come on. First down, Buckeyes. Move the chains. How is that not picked? Come on. And I understand how good Jeremiah Smith is. He's a beast. Turn around. And he turns around too late. That's what happened. That's just good awareness by Smith, and then the corner ended up turning his head around about a second too late. Handoff. Judkins, short game. We need a punch out, a sack lunch, a fumble, a pick. Come on now. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith is fucking beast, dude. Just like Ryan Williams there for Bama. It's amazing to see young players do what they do. Howard, wide open. Golly, bad defense by Oregon there. First down, Buckeyes. JJ, who? Justin Jefferson is cousins with Geno? Is that what you're saying? Got to have better defense there, Daniel. Let's go Ducks. Oh, Jeremiah Smith. Oh, okay. You did JJ, so the only JJ I know is Justin Jefferson, so. Man in motion on first and goal. Buckeyes threatening. Play action fake. Abuka. Good defense then. Closing ability there by Oregon. Well, they're going to get at least 3. And we need that crowd to be, very loud and encouraging. Again, like this game, we're not going to be able to win if the crowd is sitting on their hands. We need the crowd to get up for this game throughout all 4 quarters. Second and goal. Howard. Get him! He's got way too much time back there. Get him! Touchdown, Buckeyes. Jeremiah Smith with the tutty. But again, if you give Will Howard fucking all day and all night, anybody's going to make that catch. You got to be able to get to the quarterback and put him on the ground, put him on his back. Nice drive by the Buckeyes. Probably shouldn't have said that. They did the exact. They're like, oh, Matt says don't score. Okay, let's score. 27-22, Buckeyes. 28-22, Buckeyes. All right, we're down by 6. Time to get on the board here. No, I did not know that he was cousins with Geno. I think I heard something like that, but I didn't know if that was really true or not. Is it confirmed? Do they have like an article about it, or it's like well known? Geno's first cousin, second cousin, third cousin, cousin. Let's go Ducks. Gabriel, your turn, baby. Let's go. Oh, no way. Awesome. See, I like to learn something new every day. I'm going to go get a drink here real quick before we get a touchdown on this next drive. Let's go, Ducks.
From camping under the stars to 4-star hotels, here where you need us most, with the best roadside assistance, like we have been for more than 120 years. Wherever your journey takes you, we're here to power it. AAA, here for you.
This vehicle isn't just a mode of transportation. It's a reflection of the adventurous spirit, hailing from the heart of the United Kingdom, where legends are born and traditions run deep, comes a true off-road champion for the demanding terrain of the Pacific Northwest. The Ineos Grenadier, born in the UK, made for the Northwest, proudly offers non-pumpkin Gran Turismo.
Soothing sounds, invading whales have been scientifically proven to reduce stress.
So have our sales. It's our one for the road tire sale on Nokian Tires 1. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free on one of our best-selling brands, Nokian Tires. Now through October 31st.
I think I prefer the sound of saving money.
No stress with 5S.
Let's go, baby.
is brought to you by the U.S. Army and by Xfinity. Dream sports with Xfinity. Visit only 5 months. 1950 Rose Bowl, these two teams going toe-to-toe. In the first meeting, Ohio State won 10-7, and following the game, Ohio State gave the Oregon a Buckeye tree. Actually planted in 1958 outside of the College of Business. Here they are all these years later with a number of plays being made by a number of veterans, and now to say promising would almost feel like a statement.
Let's go, baby. 28-22. We're in this.
He showed up day one.
It's just as entertaining as Georgia-Bama was a few weeks back. I was hoping Texas and Oklahoma would be a little bit closer in the Red River shootout, but Oklahoma doesn't have the same type of talent as Texas. Even with Quinn Ewers being injured, Arch Manning is something else. Look at that. Chris Carter, him and David Boston. I mean, he's going to break that record. Who's better, Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams? That's the question. If you really want to have a debate. I mean, both guys are ridiculous. And Ryan Williams is like fucking 17. Like a high school kid. Both guys are phenomenal. Hopefully Oregon will get a 17-year-old that's as good as those two one day. I would love to have a Jeremiah Smith or a Ryan Williams on the Ducks at wide receiver. That would be awesome. Little screen pass, 2nd down and 6. Getting a little bit too cute with that play call right there to Sadiq for a yard. Geno Smith in the building. Jeremiah's cousin, just like we were talking about here a couple minutes ago by Zay. Third down and 5. Sun is setting there in Eugene. Man, I wish I was there. It's such a cool vibe in Eugene. Shotgun set, 3rd down and 5. He's open. There we go. First down, Ducks. Move the chains. Me too. Sometimes it's better than the NFL, but again, not everyone loves college football as much as some of us in the room. I mean, I love the NFL, don't get me wrong, but the camaraderie, the cheerleaders, the band, and just the faster, pace of the game. Come on, Ferg. Flag on the play. Hopefully that's a holding on the defense. Let's go, baby. Ineligible downfield. Come on, Dylan. Two likes away from 20. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do so we can hit the algorithm. Now we're at 19. We only need one more. I know someone's got a backup account. Help your boy out. Let's go. Second down and 10. Little play action. Blitz is coming. Gabriel. Go, baby, go. Oh. Nice job by Lowe. Justice Lowe, you got to step up, my guy. 3rd down and 1. Hand the ball off, but of course they'll pass it because they're stupid. All right, there's the flag. There we go. Little PI. I don't like throwing it on 3rd down and 1, but when you can get a PI off of it and an automatic first down, you love it. There you go. It's like, you know, if you got a big quarterback like Dylan Gabriel, fucking QB sneak that shit. Tush push that shit. Hand it off to fucking Jordan James. I mean, you know, I wouldn't give it to Noah Whittington or anybody else than Jordan James, but we got lucky there with the PI there on Ohio State. Both teams, what? Get the fuck out of here. Boo! Offsetting penalties, my ass. Bullshit. Bullshit. Man, these refs are in the back pocket for Ohio State. I didn't realize Big Ten officiating is this bad, but I guess that's where we're at. Fuck out of here with that call. Another bullshit call. Phantom call when it's clearly should be PI. Bullshit. Fuck out of here with that. Big Ten officiating. This conference stinks. Let's go back to the Pac-12. It's not this bad, at least when we had fucking our officials out there. 3rd down and 1. And doesn't get it. 4th down and 1. Yeah, but again, you know, if you're Dylan Gabriel, even if they got 2 good D tackles, who wants it more? Do you want to win this fucking game or not? You run that motherfucker over. You need a goddamn 6 inches or a yard, run his ass over. You either want it or you don't. There we go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Get out of his way. Yeah, baby. First down, Ducks. Move the chains. Woo! Let's go. Great play call by the Ducks. This is the best game that Will Stein has called all season. You know, very calculated. You know, there's going to be some risks. I didn't like them going for 2. We missed the field goal. You know, botch snap. You know, but overall, this is the playbook that we've wanted from Will Stein since game 1. Jordan James trying to bounce it to the outside. Short game. There we go. Let's go. We're at 45, 55 to go. One more like to 20. Let's get there. We just hit 20,600 subs. We need one more to get to 20,601. 100 more to get to 20,700. Let's go. Shotgun set. Handoff. Go, baby. Go. Go. Yes, sir. First down. Ducks. We're in our bag now, baby. Jordan James. Move the chains. First down. Oregon. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Man in motion. Batted down, pass incomplete. Good defense there by the Buckeyes. Well, plus Dylan Gabriel doesn't have the same type of arm strength as previous Oregon Duck quarterbacks as well. So it's not only being a little short, but arm strength isn't really there either. 2nd and goal. Man in motion. Jordan James right up the gut, baby. There we go. They definitely thought that was going to be a play action pass. Nice game there. Jordan James run for 7 yards to the Buckeye 2. 3rd and goal. Punch this shit in. Let's go. Hopefully Will Stein is in his bag right here. Let's get a good play call. Let's go Ducks. Shitty ass throw by Gabriel. Patrick Herbert in the back of the end zone, but no touch on that throw. 4th and goal. It's like, do you just take the 3 points or do you just go for it and say, fuck it? If this is me right here, I take the 3. And on 4th down, they go for it. He's wide open. Golly. Gabriel, you fucking idiot. The receiver was wide open on the right, and he doesn't even look in that direction. Jesus Christ. Take the 3. We might as well lose the game now. If you can't, if you can't execute a play like that, where the receiver is wide open on the right-hand side, and you're just looking at only one individual, and you hit the guy in the fucking butt cheeks, right in the middle, take the 3. Or be able to execute properly. Jesus Christ. Stupid ass. I'm like, why are we trying to go right up the gut with all those hands and bodies right there when we had a receiver to the right that was wide open? But take the 3. 28-25 is better than 28-22. Christ. Well, that's the first big fuck up in the second half for the Ducks right there. And if you have too many of those, we're going to lose. And I get it. There's pressure, but again, you got to take the points while they're there and not get greedy. And we definitely got greedy right there. Idiot.
Plus, you get 25% off at Burger King, and that's 25% more savings to put towards things you need, like napkins. Our thoughts exactly. Basically, it's Walmart plus more ways to save. Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I thought I'd get a wax figure myself. Cool, right? Look at the craftsmanship. I mean, even got my nostrils right. Just nice to know. Years after Uncard, this guy won't be standing the test of. It's melting. Oh, jeez. No. Only paying for what you need. What's going? Hey. Welcome to the wall,
Well, if Dylan Gabriel actually had some goddamn awareness and noticed that the receiver on the right was wide open, and you got to be able to make that read, that's an easy touchdown, But take the 3 instead of putting yourself in a position. Obviously, they're going to be backed up in their own territory where we might be able to get a safety or, good field position, but take the points while they're there. Ridiculous. 28-25 is a hell of a lot better than 28-22 when the Buckeyes have had the momentum in the third quarter. Especially when the game is this tight, It's not like you're going to have a team, get blown out. And if a team does end up having a 14-point win, it's not going to be Oregon. It's going to be Ohio State based off those dumbass decisions. Be better. Golly. All right, defense. Let's go. Getting a pick 6 would be amazing. First down and 10. Handoff. Travion Henderson with a 3-yard gain to the Buckeye 5. A big fumble would be nice too. But we don't want to give the game away, you know. But horrible awareness by Dylan Gabriel, but they shouldn't even have been in his hands to be able to make that play. They should have just kicked the easy field goal, even though Atticus Sappington missed from 40. A lot of college kids would have missed from 40, but you're not going to miss from 20 yards out. First down, Buckeyes. Wild up 3-2. Buckeyes up 28-22. Boo! Come on, Kraken. Come on, Ducks. We played so well up to this point. Let's not give up now. First down and 10. Come on, defense. We need the crowd to get loud if we're having any chance in this game. Trips right. Shotgun set for Will Howard. Blitz coming off the edge. Strip that ball out. Trevion Henderson run for 4 yards to the Buckeye 24. Come on, Ducks. Trevion Henderson run for 3 yards. Third down and 3. Nice gang tackle there by the Ducks. I mean, especially when you know every possession is going to be bigger and bigger in the third and fourth quarter, not taking that field goal might cost us the game, like realistically. Hopefully it doesn't, but I can definitely see where it might. But again, Dan Lanning fucked us last year doing the same shit against the Huskies, and what happened? We ended up losing both of those games by 3. Same type of mentality. You're not Chip Kelly. Fumble! Yes! Kraken with an extra. There we go. Got that fumble that I was talking about, except we didn't get the recovery, but it looks like we're going to get the punt. Good awareness by Will Howard to jump on that football. First down and 10 on the Oregon 40. Let's go, baby. And hopefully, if we do get close again, take the 3. You know, if we would have taken the 3 and taken the 3, right, then we would be right there, and the game is tied. 28-28. What's wrong with that? Nothing. You know, it's not like you're going to be able to get touchdowns on every fucking possession. Don't get greedy. I don't know. Dan Lanning has got this greed factor. You know, you're not Chip Kelly, okay? Tez is wide open. Look at this route right here in the replay. Look at where Tez is at. No one's there. Throw it to him. Idiot. Dylan Gabriel. Tez is wide fucking open. Would have been an easy touchdown. Horrible awareness. Ridiculous. First down and 10. Man in motion. Screen pass. Good catch. Great hands by Tez. Well, he was down, thank God. All right, end of the third quarter. Ohio State won that quarter. 28-22 Buckeyes. Can the Ducks come back and win this game? Yeah, that's what I was bitching and moaning about early on. I saw it as soon as the snap happened when he had the guy in. My eyes are always going to be where the guy is in motion. And again, they ended up trying to do like a rub route, and I don't know if that would have been called or not, but he was wide open, and instead of just looking at one target and not going through his progressions, if he just would have took a peek at Tez, that would have been an easy throw for a touchdown. But it is what it is, and also not going for the field goal when we could have had it, you know? But I guess that might be Dan Lanning's legacy. You know, I'm just going to go for it no matter what. You're not Chip Kelly. especially if we end up losing this game by 1, 2, or 3. Marcos in the building. What's good? Yeah, well, obviously the play was designed not to go to Tez. He was going to be like a distraction. That was going to be a decoy, right? And they were always going to go right up the gut in the middle, but unbelievable, man. I mean, we're right there. We can win this game, but again, you have to have proper coaching and proper play calling. And we lost to the Huskies twice by 3 by Dan Lanning's greed to try to get touchdowns instead of just taking the field goals and taking the points that are there. And a lot of NFL teams and coaches do the same. They get too fucking greedy. 3 isn't sexy. It's like offensive linemen, but you need them to win. You're not going to be able to get touchdowns on every single possession. And that's my one gripe, about Dan Lanning, is that he thinks he's Chip Kelly and you're fucking not. Marcos, you've been going to a lot of Beaver games. I saw you went with Jerome and Rick. You've been going to some Seahawk games as well. Man, you're living your best life, my dude. How's everything going with you? The honest truth, though, is that I don't know if he is better than this because it's the same shit that he did last year. We can't keep covering for him and acting like this is like a one-off thing. He did this thing twice against the Huskies where we could have took field goals and he decided to go for it and we lost. So this is not like something that's brand new. This is who Dan Lanning is trying to be, And again, if we're going to continue to lose games by bad decision-making, at some point, we're going to have to move on and get a different coach and a different offensive coordinator because, again, losing games that we could have won by just playing it smart instead of playing it with risk, You're not Chip Kelly, Dan. But again, everyone wants to be Chip Kelly in college football and the NFL, and there will only be one Chip Kelly. And even Chip, would be calculated when he would go for 2-point conversions and when he would go for it on 4th down. He wouldn't do it every fucking time, And we also had better players back then. Last time I checked, we didn't have DeAnthony Thomas or LaMichael James on the fucking sideline. You can run 2-point conversions and go for it on 4th down when you got LaMichael, LeGarrette Blount, or DeAnthony Thomas. We don't have that type of athleticism on the team. Understand your role and understand your players, idiot. Golly. Awesome, bro. I'm glad you're able to go to some Beaver games and some Hawk games, brother. There we go. Jordan James, first down, Oregon. Move the chains. Let's go. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Let's go, Ducks. We need one more like to get to 20. Who is it going to be? Let's go. Let's get into the algorithm. There we go. We're at 20 now. Let's get to 30. Gabriel, blitz coming. Gabriel is getting very lucky on some of these sideline throws, and if he's not careful, we're going to end up getting a pick 6, and we're going to lose this game. His arm strength isn't very good, and obviously on some of these throws, he's getting just enough protection up front. Nice block by Jordan James right there for that extra time, but arm strength is not Dylan Gabriel's strong suit. And hopefully he can give everything that he has on every throw here in the 4th quarter or we're done. Great weekend for football, my guy. College football. Does Oregon State have a bye this week? There we go. Touchdown, Oregon. Dylan Gabriel using his fucking legs. Oh! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Touchdown, Ducks. Hell yeah. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. There we go. But just think, if we would have kicked the field goal, we would be up, right? Extra point is up and good. 29-28. Could be 32-28. Think about the pressure that puts that team in. You know, they can't necessarily just go for threes. They're thinking touchdown. That plays into the Ducks' favor. That's why those field goals are so important to kick in the third and fourth quarter. Don't fucking leave points on the fucking board. Let's go. Are you playing Nevada? What time does the game start? Has it started already? Let's go, baby. You know, but this is the shit that fucking makes me so angry, is like, if we just take the 3, right, and then that play happens, and we're up by 4, that changes the whole kind of concept of strategy. You know, instead of maybe going for 3 and being down by 1, then maybe Ryan Day turns into a fucking idiot. He goes for it, and he doesn't get it. We kick another field goal or get a touchdown, we win. You know, like, you just got to be able to be smart. And I just feel like a lot of these coaches, you know, they're reaching. You're not Chip Kelly. Be Dan Lanning and just be smart. You know, but, you know, maybe it's because we had Chip Kelly at Oregon and there's a lot to live up to. But, you know, I would really like to be sitting, you know, at a 32-28 rather than a 29-28. Let me tell you. So we left points on the board. We missed a field goal, right? And we went for a 2-point conversion. So we literally could be up 7 more points right now. I mean, imagine if the score is 36-28 right now. We won. We won. You know, we make that extra point instead of going for 2. We make the field goal, right? And remember, we had the interception that never got reviewed, you know, but if we just do what you're supposed to do, you know, we're at 36-28 and the game's over. You know, they're not going to be able to come back from that because we're going to continue scoring and they will too, but we're going to be up by too much. You know, but again, when you're in the moment, you know, they just think, well, we'll be able to make up those points later, you know. Frustrating as shit, man. He said, I never left. That's my boy. Okay, what's the score of the game? What's the score of the Beaver game, bro? Oh, there it is. 35-30. Are you guys going to have a chance to come back or no? Yeah, I mean, I like I said, you know, I feel like the defense is, you know, it could happen. Like a pick 6 kind of feels like it could happen in this game. And like I said, I thought it could maybe happen in the third or the fourth quarter, but, you know, I still don't like, you know, some of the decision making, but thank God that we ended up punching that in for a touchdown, because can you imagine if we would have been in field goal range again and they would have passed on it and just said, fuck it, and gone for it on 4th down? You know, you can only leave so many points on the board before it comes back to bite you. This is definitely the game of the year. Let's go. Yeah. Ohio State hasn't been in a close ball game. We have. We're more battle tested.
JT's got to be responsible for the quarterback. But he gets greedy and goes after the back, and he loses contain on the quarterback.
What a run by Dylan Gabriel, looking like Tim Tebow out there. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 29-28. Nice tackle. Let's go. And again, you know, you're not going to just be able to run the football on the Ducks and think that's going to be good enough to win. You're going to have to throw it with Will Howard, and maybe we can get lucky with a tipped pass interception. a fumble, a strip sack, a sack lunch, something positive either on this possession for Ohio State or the next one that might be able to kind of give us a little bit more separation in this game. But an interception wouldn't shock me in the fourth quarter by Oregon at some point or another. And if we could capitalize on a pick six, we definitely would win. Shotgun set. Keeper. Punch that football out. Make him fumble. Wow, nice, dude. Hell yeah. Where is the game being played? Is it in Corvallis? It's on the road, isn't it? You're not in Corvallis? You're on the road right now, aren't you? Hell yeah, we got an onside kick today too. It must be something in the air in Oregon, baby. 3rd down and 4. Howard. Tackle! Just enough. 1st down, Buckeyes. Move the chains. And hopefully we can end up holding Ohio State to field goals in the 4th quarter, not touchdowns. That'll change up the strategy quite a bit. But we left points on the board. Ohio State hasn't. So we don't want to have that come back and bite us. Almost picked. Almost picked. If we had a little bit more pressure, if we would have got him just a second earlier, that could have been that play that we were talking about at the beginning of the game. If he could have just got one more jump on that ball, like one more second of anticipation, that could have been big. 2nd and 10. Let's go. Handoff. Get him. The closing speed for the Oregon Duck defense is phenomenal. I haven't seen our defense play like this in a long, long time as a group. You know, we've had guys like Haloti Ngata, Eric Armstead. We've had DeForest Buckner, Kayvon Thibodeau, and we've had some guys in the secondary in the past like TJ Ward and Patrick Chung, but we didn't really have a collective unit, on every level, playing like this together. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Will Howard pass complete to Jeremiah Smith for 18 yards. 1st down, Buckeyes. Come on, Ducks. That looked like a hold on the Ohio State offensive line, but of course it wasn't called. Yeah, it's in Nevada. Come on, Ducks. First down and 10 on the Oregon 43. Get to fucking Will Howard. Shotgun set. Oh, false start. False start, baby. Bring it back. Hell yeah. Thank you, Ohio State. Push it back, way back. Well, this game is definitely living up to, all the talk for damn sure. And it might come down to whoever has the ball last, unless Oregon's defense can win the game outright. Play action fake. Abuka is there. 2nd down and 7 on the Oregon 40. Come on, Ducks. Yeah, this game is better than the Georgia-Bama game. And that one was fun to watch too, but where's that fumble for a touchdown? That pick six? Where's that strip sack? Where's that sack lunch? Yum, 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 yum. I'm waiting. Let's go. Ooh. So close there. First down, Buckeyes. Both quarterbacks are being very risky with some of those throws to the sideline. Just enough arm strength to get there. We need Jabbar Muhammad to jump a route, and we might be able to get a pick six or a big pick. But also, too, you don't want to be able to, jump the route, and he ends up doing like a hitch and go, and then it'll be a wide open touchdown on broken coverage. So you got to be careful if you're going to end up jumping a route. But both quarterbacks are pretty predictable with their eyes. They do cluing, where they look at the eyes of the quarterback. First down, Abuka, move the chains. But now they're kind of just dinking and doinking now. Little slant routes, out routes. Less than 8 minutes to go. Ducks up by 1. Come on, Oregon. Suck it up. Who wants this more? Us or them? Flag on the play. False start. Our crowd is definitely making a difference out there. But we need the crowd to be as loud as they fucking have been as far as pregame. We need every individual there at Autzen to get loud. Lose their goddamn voice if we want to win this. 5 penalties for 25 yards. Come on, Ducks. Get his ass. 1st and 15. Get him. There we go. 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 14. Well, I don't think they're trying to take time off the clock like running the ball to bleed the game out. They're down by 1. They're just trying to call the correct play to make sure they get something on this drive. Because they know if they don't get points on this drive, Oregon can score and the game will be over. So it's not like, they're not running the ball. They obviously would prefer to pass in this situation. And that plays into the hands of Oregon if they know you're going to pass. Man in motion. Shotgun set. Howard. Throw to the sideline. Only gain for a yard. 3rd down and 13. Oh, nice. Will Howard, pass incomplete. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go, baby. 4th down and 13. Yee. Not enough arm strength there, baby. Good job, defense. Kick is up, and it's good. 31-29, Buckeyes. We got 6 minutes to go. It would be nice if we could hang on to the football the rest of the way and just win the game. But with Atticus Sappington missing that field goal and then obviously having that bad snap, we're probably going to try to get a touchdown out of it because we don't probably trust it coming down to the holder and a field goal to win the game. I mean, we could, but again, if we would have kicked the field goal before, right, we'd be up 32-31, right? And if we ended up not going for 2 and kicking the 1, right, 33-31. We would have so many more opportunities for points, but we're in range right now. Yeah, big to hold them to 3. We're at 45, 55 to go. But if you're just an outsider watching the game, Oregon looks like the better team, which is kind of surprising because we were so shitty in those first 2 weeks. And then we've definitely turned it around. We played good against the Beavers. We played good against Michigan State. And we're starting to look like, one of the best teams in the country. But, starting off the year, we definitely looked like we were going to lose. 3, 4, 5 games, and we definitely have, cleaned up some of the mistakes, got some of our guys healthy, and made the proper adjustments. But still, coaching is very concerning with Dan Lanning, not going for that 3 points when we had that could be the difference in the game. And hopefully we end up winning this. But if we end up losing by 1, 2, or 3, we're going to remember going for the 2-point conversion when you should have went for the extra point, not taking the field goal when you had a chance, and the missed field goal by Atticus Sappington. That's 7 points right there, right? The score could be 36-31 right now, and then we could just bleed the clock, kick a field goal, and win. But, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But the same damn shit that happened last year with Dan Lanning getting too greedy, and we lost to Washington by 3. We should have won both those games last year. We had a chance, and we lost both. So hopefully we find a way to win this one, because this is going to be obviously one of the biggest wins in Oregon Duck history if we can win this. It's all good. You don't got to root for us. But if you got to go, I totally understand. I mean, if you're a Trojan fan, you don't necessarily have to root for us. But if you want to, we'll take your we'll take your encouragement. Kraken tied it up 4-4. Is DeCord still in at goalie, or did they put in Grew? Yeah, goaltending has been terrible. You get DeCord with an extension, and you're giving up this many goals. Like, not good for our goalies, for Grew in game 1 and DeCord in game 2. Unacceptable. I mean, the Wild is a team that we should be able to win like 4-1 or 4-2, not have it be potentially 4-4 and lose 5-4, but I hope we win. Yeah, everyone in the world is enjoying the game. Who's not? I mean, this is one of the best games of the year. Let's go, baby. Great game. Let's go. 7 points on the board that we left. Missed field goal, not going for a field goal. And then obviously, should have gone for the extra point and going for 2. So we have to remember that. That's 7 points that we left on the board. And normally when you even leave 3, you lose. So remember that. And also missing Tez Johnson there in the end zone. Come on, Dylan Gabriel. Wake up. Let's go, Ducks. Let's win this game. Five-yard gain. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out, baby. Shotgun set. Here we go. Block for him. Block for him. Get that first down. Nice job, Tez. I hope they make a sewn version of that jersey. I definitely would buy if they did. Shotgun set. Noah Whittington with a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8 on the Oregon 37. Five wide. Now Jordan James in position. Short gain. 3rd down and 6 on the Oregon 39. Man, I've been watching Duck football since the 80s, and we haven't had too many games like this. Let's execute, Oregon. Let's go. Man in motion. A toss. Oh, baby. Risky play. First down, Oregon. Move the chains. That was huge. You know, and we might end up winning 32-31 with a field goal, but obviously if we can end up getting a touchdown, that would make everyone feel a little bit better. But again, you don't want to score too quick, because if you score too quick and you give Ohio State, you know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, they'll come back and win. Yeah, more than likely, unless the defense can step up and make a big play. So you have to be very calculated here. Gabriel. First down, Oregon. Terrence Ferguson, baby. A Travis Kelce clone. Let's go. Let's go. Little screen. Tez goes down inbounds. But if we get close enough for Atticus Sappington, there shouldn't be a fear that he's going to miss. Remember, he missed from 40 plus, and we had a bad hold on the snap. So as long as, you know, the snap is good, the hold is good, Sappington is money. We can win this game 32-31. Not ideal, but again, a win is a win, right? But you got to get closer. Because at some point, Ohio State just might let us score, you know, because they'll have more time on the clock. Shotgun set, blitz coming. Gabriel. Incomplete, no flags. There we go. There we go, baby. There we go. The thing is now, if the ball is at the 1 yard line, they're going to want to, you know, just let us score. And if you're smart, you just go down and bleed the clock. But obviously, we have to see how many timeouts each team has as well. You know, because again, they're going to want to let Oregon score so that gives them more time to be able to get a touchdown on their end, right? But if you're smart, right, he's holding him. He's grabbing his wrist. Jesus Christ. But again, you know, if you let him score, then, you know, 2 minutes is an eternity for Ohio State. So it's like if you just go down at the 1 a couple times, you know, and just bleed the clock a little more, but we got to see how many timeouts. I think there's plenty for each, so might not be able to do that strategy. Shotgun set, handoff. Whittington is there. But if I'm looking at the TV correctly, it looks like both teams have 3 timeouts. So that particular strategy won't work, you know, by just like going down at the 1 and trying to bleed the clock out. So what a game, huh? Everyone enjoying themselves? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chief with a $5. I appreciate you, my boy. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Let's go, baby. You already know what it is. We're at 50 to go. Let me know what you want to do for a photo at one point or another, and I got you. Appreciate you, Chief, with your support as of late. Kraken and Wild are in OT. Wow. I mean, for a team like the Wild, it shouldn't be in overtime, but I'll take it. Hopefully we win. Let's go, baby. Put me in, coach. I got the natty gloves on right now. Let's go. But luckily, you know, if we score a touchdown in years past, we would lose because our defense can't stop a nosebleed. But now our defense is our strong suit. So even if we do score, there is a chance, you know, that we can end up winning this game with our defense. You know, again, we know that they have a good running back and great wide receivers, but Howard is very iffy, you know, so there, even if we score, you know, I think the defense can hold them. At least I hope so. But if you're actually watching this game from beginning to end, it's clear that the Ducks are the better team. You know, even though that we've made some mistakes, and I had an ejection for spitting, which is not acceptable whatsoever. But we've left 7 points on the board, 36-31. And imagine if it's 36-31, we kick a field goal, the game's fucking over. And I feel a little bit better than I did last year against the Huskies, because when we played the Huskies, I kind of felt, Michael Penix Jr. was going to have his way with us. And going in, I knew we had a chance, but our defense wasn't as good last year as this defense, right? And we ended up losing the game by 3 both. This game feels like an Oregon win. And I'm not just saying that as an Oregon fan. It just feels a little different this year compared to last year in a close game. Like, it feels like we can win this game. And if we win this game, we're the number 1 team in the country. Even though Texas beat Oklahoma, they would go down to 2, and I would assume that we would jump them and leapfrog them and go to 1. Because obviously, if we're beating the number 2 team in the country and we're 3, we deserve it. Texas is 1, but they should go down to 2, beating Oklahoma, who's kind of a jobber team. So, I mean, everything is on the line here. Not only being number 1 in the world, right? Even if it's only for a week or 2, but obviously, showing that, hey, we can win a big game on a big stage too. And I'm not saying that we're good enough to win the Natty, but if we can end up beating Ohio State, we're a little bit better than people think. Whittington wiggling down to the 1. Ohio State with a timeout. Let's go. But, I'm glad that I'm able to call the game and hang out with you guys. But, if I had a chance to go to this game, I would be there. This is like probably the biggest game at Autzen ever. Like, based off implications. And we've never had a top 5 versus top 5, let alone a top 3 versus a top 3. I mean, this is a big fucking deal. And with Georgia losing, Alabama losing and not looking as good, obviously we know Texas is number 1 for now, but Quinn Ewers out, Arch Manning in. But this is a huge, huge game, as everyone knows. 3rd and goal. Man in motion. Fourth and goal, 1 yard gain. So here we go again with Dan Lanning. Are you going to be an idiot, right? And are you going to go for it to try to do that? Because even if you go for it and score a touchdown, Ohio State's got a minute 51. They can score a touchdown in that time period. So again, going for a field goal might not be ideal, but if you make it and we're ahead by 1, then if we lose the game because of our defense, then so be it, But again, you want the defense to be on the field to see if they can prove that we can win this game, right? Again, and if we don't end up, like I say, we go for it on 4th down and we don't get it, Dan Lanning should be fired. Because again, how many times are we going to be down to the 1 yard line and not, just take the fucking points while they're available to us? We've already left 7 points on the board today. Just make sure you got a good center in there, a good holder, right? And make sure the field goal is good. There we go. Atticus Sappington, 32-31. Let's let our Duck defense win the game. Let's go. Let's go. Jordan James has got 23 carries, 115 yards, and a tutty. Trayvon Henderson, 10 carries, 87 yards. So Jordan James has surpassed Henderson. So we're actually winning on every category. Rushing yards, passing yards, receiving yards, and defense. This is an Oregon win. But again, we got to make sure we hold them out of field goal range and a touchdown, right? And again, I would rather have the defense on the field rather than the offense late here, because obviously our defense is our strong suit. We're going to live and we're going to breathe and we're going to fucking die with our defense. And I remember being a little kid. I remember being 5, 6, 7 years old. and wondering one day when the defense would actually be better than the offense. And it took to being 42 years old for finally the defense to be better than the offense, but the offense is getting closer to matching what the defense is doing. You know, it might have taken 35 plus years to get to the point where the defense is better than the offense, but we're in the perfect position to win this game. And how sweet would it be to get an interception to seal the game off? Not even a pick six. That would be electric. I'd just jump out the goddamn window if that happened, right? But if we can just end the game with a pick, how sweet would that be? Statement win, and hopefully we can do it. Or if we end up blocking the field goal when they go for a field goal win and we block it and we win. I mean, that'll be electric. Block field goal or an interception if it gets to that point. But I would rather get an interception before they get into field goal range, obviously. Let's go, Ducks. Man, what a fucking game. My phone is blowing up. Oh, my God. Let's get this win, defense.
Amazon fall favorites are here. Save on fashion, home, beauty, and more. Shop Amazon fall favorites now.
Feels different, though. I mean, I know we've left points on the board, and normally when you do that, you lose 100% of the time, but it feels like the Ducks are going to win this game. I mean, we've been better on offense. We've been better at defense. The only thing that was better was Henderson than James, but James has had a better second half than Henderson. You know, everything is there. Evan Stewart, 149 yards. Tez Johnson, 75, and a tutty as well, even though Tez should have 2. You know, and we've been the team that's made the errors. You know, going for a 2-point conversion when we shouldn't have. You know, missed field goal, right? Missing Tez Johnson in that missed opportunity. 7 points left on the board. You know, but with all that being said, we got a 1-point lead, and hopefully we can get Will Howard's first pick of the day, and we can win this game. Let's go. Let's go, Ducks. Come on, Oregon. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Scott. Let's go, Matt. Go Ducks. Let's get this. Let's go, defense. Sacked, baby. 12 noon. You know what time it is? Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Let's win this game. Let's go. Let's go. The crowd. Let's go. Hell yeah. Tate with the catch. It's caught. 3rd down and 6. Come on, Oregon. Don't sell out. 3rd and 6. Egbuka wide open on that crossing route. 1st down, Buckeyes. Holy hell, a minute to go. Kraken win, let's go. I need 2 wins today. I need Kraken and Ducks. Let's go. Come on, Ducks. Tackle him. Picks up 9. Oh, God. Come on, defense. Jesus Christ. Now we might have just lost the game right there after that throw. How are you going to let them complete that pass, defense? And again, leaving 7 points on the board, might come back to bite us, and it looks like it's going to. Unless we end up getting a really big play here, we're going to end up losing this game 34-32. Fuck! Howard. And complete. Second down and 10 on the Oregon 28. Come on, defense. Please, God. I don't ask for too much, And again, we're not going to have very many opportunities. Well, maybe we will since we're in the Big Ten. These type of games are going to happen in the future. But how often are we going to be ranked second and third? Come on. Please, God. Sports gods. I don't ask for too much. Please. Second and 10. Howard. Flag on the play. Yes. OSU pass interference, baby. Finally, a push off. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 3rd and 25. 10 seconds to go. Please, God, I can taste it. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Ducks. Come on. Let's go, Watson. Let's go, baby. I've been a fan of this team since the 80s. I am no bandwagon fan. I want this. I need this. I need to have it. I need it. I don't ask for too much. Okay? Howard. Play is blown dead. Oh. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out, baby. Come on, defense. Come on, Oregon. I mean, I've gone through the Rich Brooks era. I've gone through the Mike Bellotti era. Okay? I've gone through the Chip Kelly era. I've gone through the fucking Helfrich era with Mark. I've gone through Willie Taggart, Mario Cristobal, now Dan Lanning. Please, fucking God. Sports gods, please. Pass incomplete. Let's go. Let's go. 4th and 25. Please, God. Come on, Ducks. Jabbar Muhammad from the Huskies, baby. But there's a flag on the play. Who's it on? Is it on Oregon? Fuck. Illegal substitution? Oh my, you kidding me? Jesus Christ. How the hell you got 12 guys on the fucking field? Come on, Dan. Jesus Christ. 3rd and 20. Illegal substitution. My fucking God. Let's go. Let's go! Let's go! What an idiot, Will Howard. What are you doing? Are you trying to be like Dak Prescott? Trying to be able to run for it? Let's go! Let's go! For all those Oregon haters and doubters, we left 7 points on the board, but we still got the dub. Final score, Oregon 32, Ohio State 31. Thank you, sports gods. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Oh, baby. The biggest game at Autzen Stadium results in a win, even though we had a missed field goal, a botched snap, right? We still had a way to get it done. We are the #1 team in the country. Let's go! Hell yeah. I wish I was there. You know I would be on the 50-yard line right now. Let's go. Oh, we're partying, baby. We're partying for a while now. He's got the chain on, baby. Woo! Hell yeah. Go Ducks, baby. #1 team in the country. And you got to think how shitty we looked in the first couple weeks to be able to come back, get healthy, make the adjustments. And like I said this before, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. We did it. We did it. Hell yeah, Scott. Hell yeah, Matt. Let's go. Hell yeah. Man, that game almost gave me 2 strokes, 3 heart attacks. What a game. That might have been one of the greatest games in Oregon Duck history. Amazing. Unfucking believable. Wow. Man, you know how heartbreaking it would have been if we would have lost that game. And normally, like I said, when you leave points on the board, you lose. Usually 100% of the time. And we got so incredibly lucky right there that he decided to, for whatever reason, run, thinking that he'd have enough time to clock it, because they probably would have made the field goal and we would have lost. And remember I told you, I kind of felt like this was going to be a win for us. Last year, our defense wasn't as good, right? And we ended up losing to Washington by 3 twice. This year, the strong suit is the defense, and that's what ended up leading us to the victory here today. If our defense wasn't top tier, we don't win this game, and we probably get blown out. So let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, and everyone that's in the room, everyone that's in the stream, you're never going to forget this game. This will be one of the classic games, instant classics on ESPN for years to come. And now, what is Ohio State going to say? We went to the shoe with no Kayvon Thibodeau. We won. Then they end up coming to Autzen. We won again. We own Ohio State for the time being. Let's go. Big Ten who? We're taking over. Let's go, baby. And I know that Ohio State and Michigan and Wisconsin and Iowa and Penn State and all of the teams there, they don't like us. They don't like Oregon. They don't like USC. They don't like Washington. They don't like UCLA. But guess what? You know, all 4 teams might not be on the same level. But one thing is for damn sure, Oregon is at the fucking top, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Yes. Hell yeah. Big, big win. One of the biggest wins in our team history. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go. I appreciate you, Scott. Let's go, baby. Go Ducks. This feels good. This one is going to feel really, really good for a long, long time. Appreciate you. Glad you were able to watch the game with me, man. Man, I'm at a loss of words right now. You know, when you've been following a team as long as I have, like the Oregon Ducks, anyone knows me, how much I love this team. And, you know, to watch this team grow, you know, from winning one game a year or two when I was a kid, and then to be able to get, you know, Mike Bellotti in there over Rich Brooks, and then to get Joey Harrington, you know, with Mike Bellotti, and then being able to kind of get on the map in the late 90s, early 2000s, and obviously being a Heisman candidate for Joey Harrington, and then to be able to get Chip Kelly and to be able to go to a Rose Bowl, a Natty, a Rose Bowl, and a Fiesta Bowl. That was a dream come true. And another one of my dreams just came true. Final score, Oregon 32, Ohio State 31. Oregon is the #1 team in the country when the polls come out. Let's go! Wow. Let's get it, baby. Hell yeah. All right, I got to go celebrate with Paisley and the fam. My phone is blowing up. This is one of the greatest victories in Oregon Duck history. Obviously, you know, Rose Bowl against Russell Wilson and Wisconsin in that Chip Kelly era was huge. Obviously, winning the Rose Bowl with Justin Herbert, big as well. But again, no one gave us a shot to win this game. It was 36% chance that we were going to win this game. 36%. And we ended up winning by only one, but that's all you need to win by is just one. Let's go. We win by one, and we turn into the #1 team in the country. Because, again, if you beat Ohio State, they can't just leave Texas at 1 when you end up beating the #2 team in the country and you're ranked 3rd. So, #1 Oregon, #2 Texas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. $5 holla. Well, that's fine. I mean, it's been a little rough for you with the Seahawks as well as USC, so you're not going to be on the same level, obviously, for excitement for football, and you're going to enjoy at least a dub for your hockey team with the Kraken. But I'll tell you what, $5 holla. I appreciate you very, very much, but it's all Oregon all day, baby. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks, a little Cactus Jack, bang, bang. Let's go. Any photo you want me to throw up here before I go, you let me know. Hell yeah! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Any photo that you want up, otherwise I can always get it to you, you know, tomorrow or the next day, but let me know here shortly. And then, like I said, I can get you a photo or two. Otherwise, I got to go eat dinner, take Paisley on a long walk, and fucking celebrate. Let's go. Hell yeah! Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I mean, again, and if he would have went down a second or two earlier and they kicked the field goal, we lose. Like 100%. Their kicker would have been good enough to make that kick. So, oh, baby. Awesome. I got you. Appreciate you. Man, unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I'll even throw a little F1 in there for you. Let's go, baby. Appreciate you. Amazing fucking win for the Oregon Ducks. Amazing. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. Appreciate all the people that liked, donated, commented, and shared. You guys are the fucking best. Final score, Oregon Ducks 32, Ohio State 31. We have a new #1 team in the country, and that is the Oregon Ducks. And it may not be forever.
It may only be for a few weeks. I don't know. But for the time being, I'm on cloud 9 and I'm living my best life. Let's go. Before that play, after that play, let's go, baby. Go Ducks. What an electric game. I love you guys and I appreciate you. Tomorrow, we're going to end up doing the Bengals and Giants on Sunday night. And then on Monday night, we'll end up doing the Bills and the Jets. Thank you so much to all the people that liked, subbed, donated, commented, and shared. I love you. And I got one question for you. Who you know talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay, go Ducks! Go Ducks! Go Ducks!